You don't want Mark Month. Your points were giving willingly. We were there for cupcakes. Obey or be timed. This is literally my fault, y'all. Literally. I thought we were at 4 and we're actually at 3:30. So yeah. DA walked in and just like, let's go. I'm like, what the Then I remembered, yes, 3:30. Okay, yeah. Yep. Iconic, can't wait for Rash Plays to do some shadow boxing and straw manning on this one. We heard just a little bit of that one, and
it's classic Rash Plays.
Classic. Also, don't forget Rash Plays would use the "I am so wrong" mocking tone. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep. Stupid guy voice coming in.
I forgot about stupid guy voice. Oh no. Hey Bones BG, thank you for recommending Viral Hit. I am on chapter 35 and I am enjoying it. Viral Hit is very good. Strawman, the video sequel, The Return of No Point. The scam. There's no scams here. I want Mark Month. You're a liar. So yeah, this is very slapdash, starting early. Usually we give people time to get situated, but there's no time this time. First video we see in the comments is what we're gonna do. We also got quite a bit of homework to catch up on, so is it okay to like this for Rash Plays twice Rash Plays it is. What's up, Hope, Gabo, hi, Dutch, Jerobo, Jay, Priscilla, Dutch, I said Dutch twice, Ivana, Valstrax, Blaze, Nami the Goat, Meme. I think we're all set there. Boom. What's up, BG and DA? I'm now at the Luffy fights category. Also, which Straw Hat has your favorite design, pre and post time skip? Write that for homework.
Hard to say since they changed so much.
Ever since like, I mean, the women Nami mostly always change.
Mark May is almost over.
It never began. Like, I don't know what you want from us. Also we said it on the previous episode, but just in case people didn't see it, every final Saturday of the month is going to be a Phil video. So if you're not interested in Phil, just tune us out for the final Saturday of every month. I would guess outfits.
Well, even still, like I said, they change. If you're talking about base outfits, because Skypea, they change outfits. Water 7. Are we talking about pure base outfit or the best of each? Because that's
there's a lot there. Yep. All right. We are talking about, is it okay to dislike anime because of the fan base by Rash Plays? He has some other people on there, I'm sure. I didn't really look at the description.
It's fine. Raid Shadow Legends.
Cool. Cool. That's the way we do it. Oh, let's go with their base designs.
Brook, pre-time skip, post-time skip. Probably Zoro. I love that.
That big,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Robin is there too.
I'm gonna go Nami pre-time skip, and I'm gonna go probably Zoro post-time skip.
I'll go
It's so
Brook and
good.
Zoro. Brook is just, I love the tattered suit. He still keeps it up. It's a nice color. I'm doing a Brook art piece, so I'm noticing things that I didn't before, like the little jewels in his neckerchief,
Bow tie.
whatever that is. But I really like that. So yes, Brook. I'm going Brook, and like I said, I just like solid green, big Zoro dress.
It's really good. As far as the topic at hand, it's not okay to dislike a fan base. Dislike an anime just based off a fan base. You can dislike the fan base based off the fan base. You can have a lowered opinion of the anime based on it. And you can have expectations of the anime based on the fan base.
And I can see that color in people going into it, just going, oh, this was hyped up so much, this didn't reach that hype. But just going, people are talking about the 1,000-Year Blood War on Twitter. They're talking about it so much, I don't want to watch. I mean, I don't like Bleach or whatever. It's absolutely not. It's
the only reason this is even worthy of a topic is to see how they fumble.
Yes,
this very easy.
Yeah, it's a layup.
It's a layup, and I'm just waiting.
Nami the Goat says, I dislike Demon Slayer because of triggered senpai. Is that okay?
That is absolutely okay.
Yeah, I think an individual can color yours a lot, especially an idiot.
Triggered could make me dislike BG.
I mean, he doesn't have to go far.
Because my goodness, he is a fool. Release the videos, Triggs. I dislike Demon Slayer absent of the fan base. Absolutely. It's not a good one.
I forgot that I need to turn down
Michael
the
Bamasetti
TTS
says,
from where we were.
Listening on my drive to Houston. Put these on Spotify.
Oh, yeah. Somebody else wanted these on Spotify. Would that work?
Yeah, it's a video component, because we do talk
But
about
no,
editing.
just it's not even that part. It's the playing of like the music they play.
Mm-hmm.
That type of aspect of it. Would that be copacetic?
I mean,
I can try it.
you can just cut it out.
I'll try it, and we'll see what happens there. If we get done up, I'm coming right for you, though. I just need the timing of the TTS.
Can we do a bet on how many mocking voices we get?
Sure, absolutely, DA. Absolutely, we can do that. Where's my... Oh, I didn't have a cooldown at all. That's why. 60 seconds.
I don't think it's okay to dislike an anime because of the fan base. Dislike the fans, but not the anime. Absolutely, it's a layup. It is a slam dunk. It is so easy for everybody to understand. But Rash Plays is so irrational.
Oh, did I add a bet one? I don't think I added a bet one. That sucks. Yeah, I don't think I added a bet yet. Can't do it. Yep, unfortunate.
It sucks.
It'd be like that sometimes, y'all. Truly do. Let's get into it.
Yes, we did a couple Rash Plays. We did the
Darkslayer Don 213 says, speaking of Demon Slayer, have y'all played the Mario Party clone of it?
No, I heard it wasn't very good. It's got too many. I've heard it's got like only 20 mini games, and in a game that's an hour, which is like the minimum, the recommended, you'll replay those since there's so few of them.
Oh yeah, no, that's really bad. Yeah, I don't know why you would do that.
But yeah, we did the stop talking about the big three or shut up about Bleach.
AKA shut up about Bleach.
He did one about Deku where it was just nothing but mocking voice. Deku was a bad character or something. And it was all just, oh, Deku. She's like, shut the f up.
All right, let's get into it. Let's turn it down just a smidge.
So I never thought we were gonna make a video like this because, you know, you'd think this would be a very obvious answer, but unfortunately it's not that obvious, so we're actually gonna have to do it. Does an anime fan base affect the quality of an anime?
No, it can affect the enjoyment of an anime though. Absolutely.
I don't see why he thought that this was a contentious topic such that it needed a video. He just goes, you thought it would have been obvious, but here we are.
And he didn't even like mark who the obvious people that like who said the unobvious thing about it.
Maybe he's gonna get into I've gotten comments or I've seen things on Twitter, but we know he's not.
Is it right to hate on My Hero because you do not like the fans? Is it right to hate on JoJo because you don't like the fans? Is it right to hate on Dragon Ball Z and Naruto because you do not like the fans? Short answer, no, it's not right.
But you know what is right? Raid Shadow Legends.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's actual.
That was not smooth in the slightest.
The clunkiest ad read. Wow, that was that ain't right.
Raid Shadow Legends has millions of players.
Yo, this is a crazy transition to an ad read.
If you aren't already playing it like everyone else, then you are.
The way you read that made it sound like everyone else is not playing it.
If you're not playing it, like everybody else ain't playing this.
Are completely missing out. The Doom Tower in Raid Shadow Legends.
Take two, Rash plays. If I was
Nami the Goat says, BG hates cats because of DA.
No, I hate cats because it's trash.
If I was a representative of Raid Shadow Legends, I would not renew the contract.
Just off one ad read.
This is pure script mode. He is like
Green
the
Spike
Tower
says,
of Booba.
Facts.
Is one of the most breathtaking dungeons in a video game. Life is short, so I suggest you take this very opportunity to challenge the Doom Tower.
Chris the Chilled says, what the hell was that?
Life is short, so I suggest you take this opportunity.
Dungeons in a video game. Life is short, so I suggest you take this very opportunity to challenge the Doom Tower. Especially with your friends, and experience the 120 floors and difficult bosses waiting for their respective challengers.
Hey, what type of game is this?
That's what I always say with these things. You're talking about the challenge and what you can do. I don't know what it is. Is it turn-based? Is it action?
Is it
Explain
strategy?
that. Don't try to hook me in with you can do these things. How can I do these things?
And it could be you.
I should have gotten
Are you
a
strong?
facts emote.
And I
I was on the rush.
I should have added the facts voice clip I had.
I was in a rush.
Strong enough? Are you brave enough to enter the Doom Tower? If you said no to any of these questions, don't worry. Raid Shadow Legends allows you to build yourself alongside your team of champions in order to understand
Champions of what that do what? I don't know what the game is, Rash plays. Please explain what the game is.
You're just doing either the leveling up or just cutscenes.
and approach the Doom Tower
There
as
we
you
go.
play. Not only
You fucking dull! You have nothing to say!
will you gain experience as a player, but your champion
That looks dullish.
This ain't it.
This is not the wave.
will grow as you play the game. You can also get immersed into the Raid Shadow Legends story, which is one of the obvious reasons.
Please, you can edit out the silences to make it sound more natural. You can also get immersed. It's like, just cut that out.
My favorite aspects
They are giving you money. It is not a small amount of money from what I'm hearing for Raid Shadow Legends. Tighten this up.
Tighten up this Instagram.
Raid Shadow Legends
Absolutely
story.
jealous. If we can put out some bullshit like this and get Raid Shadow Legends money.
Yeah, I'll sell my soul for that alleged amount of money.
This is a really
Unknown
good
Gaming XL
game.
says, "Oh no, Rash plays. God have mercy on our souls and brain cells."
Oh yeah, we back.
Never left.
One of my favorite aspects about the game is being able to learn more about the champions, world, and lore of Raid.
Dude,
You don't
I would be
sound excited.
I would be so mad if I
Absolutely.
was somebody that was like, I brought Rash plays to us and just listening to this shit.
Shadow Legends and being able to defeat the Dark Lord and restore peace and harmony to the world of Raid Shadow Legends. It's such a great experience. And all of this takes place in traditional RPG game fashion. Don't
there
have
you
enough
go.
time? Raid Shadow Legends offers an autoplay feature to allow you to enjoy the content of
that's
the game
trash.
at your
Pizza
own
Steak says,
leisure.
"Waking up after blacking out drunk is a better transition than what he just did."
The best part about Raid Shadow Legends
This
is the amount of control
almost 2
players
minutes.
have, even when you're not in control. This will allow you to truly enjoy the most hype and anticipated update in Raid Shadow Legends history, just from clicking the link below in the description
he's still
to participate.
going!
But that's not all.
This
You will
is a
obtain
2
extra
minute
rewards
ad!
in your inbox for the next 30 days. So act fast. Click the link below and download Raid Shadow Legends today. On the device of your choosing, whether it's your phone or your PC.
No. I understand the concepts of devices with which I can play a game on.
Chris the Joke
Rash
says,
plays.
"I can hear this guy huffing and puffing throughout this whole
Dude,
promo."
it sounds like he's out of breath.
He's DSPing this where he's like, you got your phone, you got your PC. You can play it on the refrigerator maybe if you jailbreak it. I don't know. It's like, yeah, no, we got it.
Oh, I've read both of them.
You can get started on either device
Cotton Candy Hope
just from
says, "Now I know why he doesn't do scripted videos." Meme Spice
Can't-
says,
Oh,
"I can't wait to save the land of Lord of the Rings."
clicking the link in the description
did you-
below. And
oh, I'm waiting. Oh yeah, I didn't add the time because I clicked off of it for the bet.
again, if you act fast, for the next 30 days, you will be able to obtain rewards in-game from clicking the link in the description below.
This is a terrible ad read. This is horrible.
This would, if I was like the marketing person for Raid Shadow, I'd be like, okay, we need to institute a new
Standard.
where you gotta send this to us before you add it to your video, because this ain't it.
Below.
258.
That it started at 30 seconds.
Yo, there's no f***ing way.
Crazy.
That was legitimately almost 2.5 minutes of an ad.
You don't do that. Keep that short, concise.
That's crazy. All right, let me up the TTS time.
Sound like he's struggling to read the script. It's just those
Cotton Candy Hope
pauses. It
says,
just sounds
"This video
unnatural.
only exists cause Raid gave him a deadline."
You know what? I just gotta put out some content. No, I'm definitely
Configuration
not.
updated
Yeah, that
successfully.
would not convince me to
That was a
download it.
terrible ad.
There was
terrible
no
ad read.
enthusiasm in his voice. It didn't sound like he was a native English speaker.
It's felt like an ad. It felt like
Yes.
you were advertising to me.
That is the thing that Phil rages against.
Yes.
Some people have a mindset as if when they're first getting into an anime series, the first thing they're going to want to learn about and try and, interact with is the community and the overall fan base in order to get into a
Some
series,
people do
because
that.
they're going to ask them things like, hey, such and such, is this show really this good, or anything like that. But I feel like
No,
if
maybe they just want their
Yeah.
opinions as well. Like, is this show really this good? Who's gonna walk up in a community just like, yo, is this show really that good?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's say Comey has a Discord. If you're watching episode 1, would you want to join that?
No.
Because it's gonna be spoilers all about.
Yes.
I don't know what he means by looking into the community. Again, I'm not. Maybe he just means the Reddit. But again, that's lousy with spoilers and stuff. So what is he? There's not forums and things anymore, so it has to just be Discords, looking on Twitter and Reddit.
Who asks a fan, is it good? They're fans. What do you think they think?
You're in a place where people are talking about it. Hey, yo, is this good? Yes. Oh, cool. Thank you, Comey Reddit. I thought this was the place to bash it. No.
if anyone has a genuine interest, they would literally just go and get into the show. No questions asked.
They'd look at it with no influence.
No, not everybody has the time to consume every show that has the minutest look of interest to them. So they're gonna seek out opinions of that show, both positive and negative, weigh and balance if they want to watch it, and then get into it. Not everybody, and that's part of the issue with things like anime and manga, where they need that first chapter or that first episode to jump out at you and hit you so hard, because there's people that are gonna watch 1 or 2 episodes or read like 5 chapters and they go, all right, it's not grabbing me, I'm out.
Yes, without
Out of
the
their
show,
own
right?
accord.
And so when people try and use that as like a way to try and justify judging a show based off of his fans, it's like this, right? The manga.
It doesn't even sound like it's judging based off the fans. It sounds like it's judging based off the fans' opinions, which everybody does if you ask somebody's opinion. You're gonna judge the show, oh yeah, it's good because of blah, 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 blah. All right, I now know that this, and this, and now I have a judgment for it, positive or negative, based off of that. Is it fair? There's a totally different argument to be had there. But it does happen.
I wonder if he's gonna talk about like annoying people, like the JoJo memers and people not even wanting to get into JoJo because of that, or
Yeah.
is this just people's opinions?
And everything, song and band, they're just in the YouTube comments.
That is annoying.
You thought it was blah, 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 but me, deal. Shut the up.
I have no clue.
Who else is in this video? Ray Shadow Legend. Ain't even get the chance to sing, advertise the mother.
Who is sitting there slaving away making the manga has nothing to do with the people who are reading it. Yes, there's a connection there between reader and author, but at the end of the day,
New
the author is the
Nuent says, Kagurabachi, I don't know if it's good, but the fans have me so turned off emotionally. Is this immaturity?
It's a very weird thing with Kagurabachi, because that might be the one where I'm just like, all right, you know what, the fan base, but it's not the fan.
It's not the fan base, it's the meme base.
Yes, but then apparently it's pretty good. So I don't know if they've memed it, haven't watched it and keeping up the meme, or memed it, watched it, and now the meme became reality, and they're like, no, but it's actually good, but you've memed it so much that I don't know if you're telling the truth or not.
Did they work themselves into the truth, or did they work everybody so bad, so poorly, or so much that now people are just like, am I getting worked, or is this the shoot?
So yeah, I think that might be the one.
one who is really just making the story.
Just because the creator is making said product, that does not mean he has an influence on what is done with said product or who likes that same product. See, for example, Is it really fair to judge me and Rashawn as Rash plays because we might have 1 or 2 fans that you've encountered, 2 subscribers, or maybe, I don't know, let's say 10 subscribers, because, I guess that's more realistic. You ran into a few people out of our thousands of subscribers and you disliked them. Does that really mean that does that give you the right to automatically dislike me when you don't even know me? And
it gives me an automatic judgment based on my interactions with your type of audience, because it means whatever you're doing, you've cultivated an audience where I've interacted with 10 of them and I've had 10 subsequent negative experiences.
Like the people from Triggered that come into our Discord, all just trash. So when they come in and they just start spamming, like way back in the day, they just started spamming Black Clover gifts and stuff like that. It's like, the f are y'all doing? So, obviously no.
It shows who you are looking towards. Our spies are mostly cool in everybody else's Discord.
Aldonic says, why does this guy sound like a triggered senpai? Or it just seems to me?
It's the idiocy you're picking up on. They have that typical, how you would expect, and this isn't to say either one of them are actually this, how you expect an ignorant black person to sound.
I just do my thing and I upload videos on YouTube. So how could you hate my channel based off of somebody else's opinion, or how they represent my
But has that happened? I understand it's just an analogy
and a hypothetical.
Yeah, this hypothetical is not really warranted on based, because we don't know what, again, this is all with the Rash plays stuff. He always just goes, what if somebody does this, and he never really goes into detail. What if Rash Plays says this, if going into like My Hero Negative videos, and like Rash Plays says this, and they're just quoting Rash Plays stuff, I can see somebody going, nah, Rash Plays, he's sending his audience over here. That could be something, but just baseline, obviously, no, you shouldn't dislike a creator based upon their audience.
But at the same time, if there's 10 separate people saying Rash Play is saying these things, like verbatim these things, and you think those things are trash, why wouldn't you dislike the channel based off just what you've engaged with? Now, maybe they're taking it out of context. Maybe they're embellishing on things. Maybe you didn't even really say these things. But there are going to be times where you're going to something is going to color you based off of what. Now, if it's just, oh, but Rash Plays is the best. Like if you're in another Reddit of some other content creator, you're just like, Rash Plays is better than blah 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 blah. That's not a negative reflection on your channel. That's just some idiot being an idiot. And even if it's 10 idiots, it's just 10 idiots being an idiot. But if they're talking about the opinions you've given, like what you brought up with Triggered, when people like Gala came to the Discord and was like, Triggered said blah blah blah, and it's like, well, that's a trash opinion. And now I have a idea of what it is because it's a trash opinion.
Channel, instead of actually giving my channel an unbiased look and then developing your own opinion. See how?
No. There's almost no way to have an unbiased look at a channel unless you just stumble across it. And even then, the thumbnail, the title, all that stuff instantly. Your name. This whole unbiased, subjective nonsense, because it's the same thing going on with Drake and Kendrick. Why can't you listen unbiased? Shut the f up! Let me go back a little bit, actually.
Look and then developing your own opinion. See, how can you take a mangaka's work and just say, oh, I don't like this said thing because I saw some gay ship of My Hero, when that's not even the...
Have you seen gay ship of My Hero and then saw somebody go, no, My Hero, and then you went, it's video time? Is that the sequence of events here? Because mine got
Notera says, new person getting introduced to the ALX fan base with Jackie Gala and Every.
Hey, two of them ain't us. I think two came directly from Trigger. So don't start there. Million, we got nothing for you.
But he's a funny racist. I accept that. But if you're into anime, you know that there's all sorts of ships.
Yes.
You're not getting away from ships in any community.
Anime community, period.
Period. Supernatural, crap like that. Sherlock Holmes, they got all sorts of things. I don't think, speaking of which, there was, over the weekend, or last weekend, the voice actor for Deku, he was doing a panel.
Oh, no.
And he got asked, hey, how do you feel about ships? He was like, not really my business, not my forte, whatever, you do you. And then the person asking was like, what about Deku and Eri? Kill that noise. Kill that. That is where that's where it's like, okay, come get out.
Yeah. So
Stuff like that.
But you want two same age people consensually? You do you.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a kindergartner and a high schooler.
But I have not seen somebody going, ugh, homosexual ships in My Hero. Boo, I'm not gonna watch that.
Or that's just straight homophobia. There are people in this community that ship to, as far as we know, straight people gay, and I might see it when engaging with the fan base so bad.
It's crazy. He should, as always with Rash plays, give example, because he's going to the extremes of that may happen.
Yes,
but talk about something more grounded where, hey, this person saw a bunch of discourse around episode 19, whatever, doesn't matter. They got tired of seeing it and then they didn't want to watch Demon Slayer. Something ground level, not something hypothetical, super high up top where homosexual relationships in anime.
Deku and who? Eri, the little girl he saved in the overhaul fight. Why would you say that in front of the VA?
Like, crazy. Now, My Little Pony, there's been some dirt with the VAs and that as well.
Of course.
But it is a heavily autistic fan base.
And that is not to knock them. They are just
it is a fact.
It is just
there were studies.
Why?
Because of course there were.
You know, why would I even ask why?
So that is, I'm not even gonna say more understandable, but yeah, I was just like,
I don't know if you know, but the fans sent death threats to the author of My Hero Academia to make gay ships canon. Fans are goofy.
Yeah, they are.
Even if you want gay ships to be canon, why would you want Deku and...
Jay says, I'm not even joking when I say this, but Gokit23 made Gohan fight Grimjow and Ulquiorra in his latest vid.
How did you give me this knowledge? Like, where do I put this feeling? Like, what do I do now?
Go from here?
There's nothing left.
What now?
The man needs to stop. That's all I can say about it.
Type of energy My Hero is on. It's crazy because can you really call these people who are representing My Hero on TikTok or anything like that actual fans?
What is an actual fan? If you watch one episode and you like it and you want to engage more with the material, you are a fan.
You're engaging with it in your own way. You're gatekeeping fandom? People liking something and talking about it? What is your metric of being a fan?
A actual fan.
You can't be like, oh, toxic people aren't fans of something. No, they are.
Just because they dress up as Midoriya, they're automatically a fan. So it's like you're
I would assume so.
Yeah. Unless there's just some really big covert ops of just like, yeah, it's time to make the My Hero fan base seem as weird and cringe as possible. So I'm gonna dress up as Deku. And
The only thing I could think of is like amateur porn people that will cosplay a popular character specifically to get that fan base, right? But as far as I want to ship Deku and Bakugo out and I'm going to dress up as Deku and my boyfriend's going to dress up as Bakugo, I would assume they're fans.
You'd have to. What is a fake fan? Because he's alluding to that. I don't
Neil
know.
Arcadia says, didn't a fan ask Justin Bryanner, the English VA of Deku, about an inappropriate ship recently?
Yes.
He got fed
We
up and
just
told the
talked
fan
about
to
it.
not ask questions like that. Unprofessional,
Yep,
but
I
I
just
get
put
it.
that in the Discord.
It's not unprofessional, that noise. Do you mean he's being unprofessional or the fan? Because I'd be like, no, kill that noise.
Yeah, it's just don't talk to me about
No, it's
a
gross.
16-year-old and a 7-year-old.
It's gross. You want me to say
what
about
do you
it?
think my answer was gonna be? What do you think? You think I'm gonna be cool with this?
What? You want me to say some lies? Oh, Ari? Huh? You think I'm gonna do that?
Everybody start booing. It's like, all right, hold on, let him cook.
Basing opinion on someone who could debatably not be a real fan of this thing.
Are you talking about not a real fan? If somebody's wearing a shirt, it is safe to assume they're a fan of it, unless they're like me, where I just got dumb fairy tale shirts.
You're a fan of
I'm
fairy
a
tale.
fan of fairy tale.
Yeah, just in a different way, in your own way.
But if I saw somebody walking down the street with a DBZ shirt, my first thought would not be, oh, that was a gift, or they got it in a thrift store, or it's laundry day and that's all they had to wear. I'd be like, oh, they are a fan of this. What?
It's not hard.
Come on, Rash.
And then you're forming
Naughty the
opinion
goat says. Points.
on that same
Don't
thing
work
that
like
they are quote unquote representing. So is that even really a fair thing to do? There could be people representing Rash plays, or there could be people representing your favorite music group and you don't necessarily like those people, or they
Okay, you may not like the fans, but they're still a fan of it. There are a lot of fans of One Piece I can't stand. That's in Grand Line reviews you said pissed me off unbelievably.
Yeah,
just like I'm
just-
justified in my actions because it's just shut the up.
But how do we determine if somebody is a fan? If we see them dressing up as Deku, do we just go, are you a fan? Or who do we engage with? Right?
And that's so much of what happens with women. We're just like, I love, let's just say Dragon Ball. Name 3 characters. Like, I like the series. Shut up.
Chris the Chilled says, I could wear a Batman shirt, which would make me a Batman fan. But I buy Spawn comic books. Am I still a fan?
Yes.
No.
Oh no.
Or maybe. Well, prove
Maybe.
it. You gotta prove it to
Prove
Rash
it.
Plays.
might not even be real fans of those said things. And
Holy my
Discredit.
Okay.
Don't engage with what they're saying. Question their entire existence.
How about if they are actual fans, right? What is your argument now? There is no cooking here. What could possibly
Question them. Interrogate them.
Please first find out if they're actual real fans and then ask them their opinion on the series you're trying to get into.
Endeavor X All Might. But are you a fan?
Name 10 Spawn comics. Oh, fake fan.
Pizza Steak says, it's crazy how all he had to say was no and still found a way to fumble this video.
It's fumbling the bag like crazy.
2 + 2 is 4. And he's just going, all right, but if you have 8 things and then you take away 2, but then you multiply that by another 6, it's like, no. Where are you going?
Is that even real math?
Just go to the thing.
I'm wondering what it is because I kind of want to do a bros competition with it.
just because they're representing that said thing, you're gonna jump to your own conclusion and automatically hate that thing.
Well,
No, because you could jump to your own conclusion and automatically love that thing.
Mm-hmm.
It works both ways.
Actually reminds me of like something that happened back in like I think it was 2015 where a PSG fan stabbed a Barcelona fan over the Champions League game. It's like this.
Obvious reasons.
Thank you for the super chat. So, how much I miss? You missed a long 2-minute ad of Raid Shadow Legend, and this mother saying,
And a bunch
are
of-
they actually real fans though?
A bunch of bad analogies.
Dude, it's real bad.
Right. I hate PSG fans. He stabbed another fan. What the?
There's one.
I don't like PSG because of that. I can't like that Paris Saint-Germain team because their fan base is toxic. But it's like,
the toxicity has nothing to do with the overall club
team, yes, or the history or anything like that.
Yeah, it has
But if you're going to an away game and you're in that stadium, I'd be a little more wary to go based upon the stabbings.
Kai's Aldonix says, this man is talking about people stabbing each other in the stadium, so maybe it's news. This happens every game in my country.
That's not something that is
A point of praise.
yeah, it's not a good thing. That
How do y'all feel about that Rooster Teeth is shut down?
they made a bunch of bad decisions, and that's what business is. You do bad things, and bad things become of you.
Thank you for the super chat.
Rip.
Time to go. Yeah, it's different from something like what happened with Xbox shutting down the developers of Hi-Fi Rush, which is a game that sold well, a game that had critical acclaim. They just shut it down because it's numbers on a paper, and it's just like, But if you make a bunch of bad decisions, a bunch of flops, eventually you're gonna get shut down. You're going to fail. And my God,
Obviously, feel bad for the people that lost their jobs. Not like the people up top because they got money. They're set.
and they're probably just gonna slot right into another executive job somewhere
The
else.
rank and file animators, I feel bad for them.
nothing to like. Just because like a fan has nothing to do with anything. For
And
example,
it's like
just
this, right?
because you buy something from McDonald's, right? Let's think about this. Every single person goes to McDonald's. You could be the biggest piece of shit person. You could be a good person. Everybody goes to McDonald's. You've at least been to McDonald's one time in your life to get a $1 menu burger. One person. Every person on this earth has done that one.
Did we need 8 sentences explaining people going to McDonald's
And you've been to McDonald's. Let me explain it 4 more times in different
in
ways.
the same way?
Oh, sorry, the same way.
Why is he so mad?
I almost feel like he
For
saw
obvious
people.
reasons.
Well, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
I almost feel like he saw somebody do this against a creator or a series that he likes. It was just like, I talked to the fan base and they just kind of made me hate it. And he went, no, you can't.
I just like right
Yeah,
here.
you stab people.
Comment and be
Yeah.
hope
Or
says,
whatever the
Mocking
analogy.
voice ug me, and my big reach has to deal with comments. Why can't I just have views and not have to defend my options? Facts.
Hey, it doesn't repeat it.
Just one
Cooked.
facts, huh?
Cooked. They
time, right? So if you see a dude, he might be a douchebag, and you see a McDonald's bag in his car, does it really make sense to be like, hey yo, fuck McDonald's, bro? This nigga eat McDonald's, I hate it. Like,
Okay, here's the difference though. Let's say you go to a McDonald's and in that McDonald's you see douchebags every time you go into it. Would you keep engaging with that McDonald's, or would you go to somewhere else? Because this is like McDonald's is one of the manga publications out there. Would you keep engaging with that if it only cultivates douchebags every time you go to a McDonald's?
And the way that you spoke about it, it's just like everybody goes to McDonald's. It's just a thing. So they just they're just
Woe is me. He's so good. He's too good for this. Dude, one day I
For
hope we
obvious
blow
reasons.
up. I hope we blow his
For
demon
obvious
time
reasons.
for obvious reasons. I hope we blow up one day and he just stumbles upon that.
what the
What?
Was that what that was for?
Ruby, because reasons win. Thank you for the super chat nominee go. They've actually talked about it quite recently.
It needs to. I need to sit down and talk to them about that.
Yeah.
Nightfall says,
I am not part of
what is
that.
he even talking about with this whole McDonald's analogy? Does this pretend cook think he's cooking? He confuses cooking for microwaving.
But that's what I was saying. He's just going, everybody goes to McDonald's. So it's just a thing that everybody does. There is not a thing that everybody does in anime or manga. So that's not the comparison. He's not out there wearing a McDonald's shirt or repping McDonald's. Yeah. He just went to McDonald's for the convenience of something. Yes. So that's not, you can't make the analogy that this muff is a douchebag because he went to McDonald's. No, he is a douchebag and he went to McDonald's. These people are fans of these things, and they are defending or attacking or praising or doing whatever related to that actual fan base and that show or whatever they're praising.
No, Nami. Ruby has a very specific people that does the Ruby because reasons. It's DA, it's our friend Andrew, it's Mike, and it's Ralph. I think they're called Karma. I have nothing to do with it.
You can come on.
I have nothing to do with it. Dude, I shan't be talking about Volume 9. Nah, I shan't.
It's fine.
I shan't.
We got videos to talk about Volume 9.
Right.
Like right, facts.
I just thought of a really extreme example, but it says,
oh, here it comes, boy. You're idiots.
I just thought about that.
I just thought of a really extreme example, but it says, I just thought of a really extreme example, but it says,
Dracula mother.
Look down upon this man. Spit on him. He's dumb.
I ain't like the way that fat guy eat that peanut butter jelly sandwich. I ain't ever eating peanut butter jelly again.
like, what?
That don't
make no
sense. It don't
just
work like that.
It's just a fat dude eating a thing.
Question: what's the worst Kingdom Hearts ship that you have ever seen or read?
I don't engage with that.
It's it's gonna be in Roxas and Axel. You know that's gonna be number one.
I mean, Roxas and Ventus is just weird.
Yeah, I don't know what the analogy there was. It's just a fat dude eating a peanut butter and jelly. I'm never gonna eat it again. I guess the causation there would be peanut butter and jelly made them fat, so I shan't be engaging with peanut butter and jelly.
The way that he's sloppily eating the food makes me not want to eat the food ever because it looks disgusting. You can't just say stuff.
And that's an extreme example, by the way.
Have it vaguely just vaguely connect to what you're talking about. It's like, I don't like thing because of thing, and then just go off into whatever. That's not how this works.
I see Tara and Riku.
Cotton Candy Hope says, DA hating cupcakes because of its fan base.
Facts.
I think that's justified.
Nah, bro. It's really dumb logic. Like, it really makes no sense. Like, see, this type of stuff makes me feel like we're regressing. Like, what makes you think it's okay to dislike something because of one thing?
If that one thing is an entire community.
Yes.
Not just a handful of individuals within a community. The entire community. You would be ashamed if everybody knew the community was like this thing. And to go, I enjoy that thing, because then they're going to lump you in with that community.
Could you dislike a YouTube video because it has bad audio? I think you could, and that's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
There are one things that you can dislike a thing for.
There is very sloppy editing. Like when we went to go see Dark Knight Rises, and I was fuming.
Like this is
GA could tell you I was fuming at the editing.
It makes absolutely no sense, and you think as a
it's like eating a pizza and then going, "Are you gonna hate the pizza just because of the scorpion on it?" Like, that's just one thing, but I pretty much agree that you would not want it. hate the Dragon Ball community, but hella people are fans. No, we're not disagreeing with the premise of it. He's just very bad at it. He's fumbling the bag of being correct.
He has horrible. He's getting to the answer in a way that he should not be.
We be past this type of thinking, dude. It's just
Dutch
crazy.
says, I dislike the Iruma fanbase constant are
Mark
shipping
my
BS.
fucking words. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, you can dislike the fan base, but that is not a reflection on the
There's only one ship they really care about, and it's the one that just keeps getting pushed.
I hate the MLP fan base because it is just a lot of repeated memes and jokes and shipping and jars.
Or shoeboxes. Again, the shoebox was way
I don't think
more
shoebox was a pony.
Whoever it was way more disgusting than jar.
I don't know.
To me, you know, I'm personally beginning to think that people are just trying to use the fan base as an excuse to ultimately dislike My Hero or just bash.
I mean, with the My Hero. And see, we always gotta be like, what is the purpose of this video that Rash Plays is making? The Bleach one was purely he heard about Bleach.
Yeah, and he wanted to slot in other things.
So this one, he's already talked about the shipping stuff with My Hero. We're gonna get a voice within the next 20 seconds.
And they keep shipping.
On it. Yes, or as a reason they just hate on it because it's like this, right? If you genuinely don't like it, you wouldn't use a reason such as the fan base to dislike it. Yeah.
And do people just say the fan base and bounce Rash Plays? Showcase something that's saying
Adrian
that.
Rusco says, so it was about MHA the whole time?
We never left. This mom got an agenda.
Hey, what are these jars and shoe boxes you're talking about? I love MPM, also 12 years old. Dude, I almost cried off that one.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be like, if I dislike the story, you'd say, I don't like this aspect about the story. So, you know, how some people are like, even though I still think this is pretty stupid, I don't like My Hero Academia because Deku got his powers. Honestly, I don't want anyone thinking we're like trying to like, you know, shield My Hero or anything. It's just such an easy, clear-cut example to understand this way of thinking.
Yeah, I don't like that he got his powers the way he did.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the fan base. That, so long as you have a legitimate criticism, what's wrong with that? Why did that warrant stupid guy voice? What do you, Mom don't like it because of this thing? You're like, no.
See, people automatically hate Dragon Ball Z because of the power, the fan base, and the power scaling and all this other stuff. But when they,
but that's more than one thing.
Do people automatically dislike it, or do they have a negative opinion towards it, and it just doesn't look interesting to them? Who are these people? What are they saying? What are you talking about?
the grand scheme of things, if you never went online and ran into these people and you unbiasedly read the manga, you could have liked it. You could have liked it. But because you went online and got involved in some...
Yeah, but you also could have hated it. You got online to get involved with these people to get some opinions on it to see if it's something that you might be interested in. Now, some people will do that. Some people will just read a synopsis. Some people will look at a trailer. There are many ways you engage with the material to see if it's something that would interest you. I am a man that will just scroll through stuff, read a synopsis, and go, all right, that looks interesting, and add it to a list. Other people need to see a couple panels. Other people need to see a chapter or two. Other people need to see other people talking about it. There's no issue with trying to engage with the community to see why they like it and if it's something that would interest you. Especially if you're a person that likes to engage with the community after enjoying a piece of media, you're going to eventually want to engage with these people. And if you go in point blank and go, oh, these people are trash, I don't want to get into this, because a huge part of the fun of getting into a series for me is the community. You can't disregard the way people feel about things, how they engage with a material, because
I don't really
you
care
don't
about
do
the
it.
story or anything, but those lesbian ships, though.
drama.
That's
or
like
some-
1/6 of the fan base of DBZ. Yeah, it.
Are these people in the room with us right now?
The Ruby fan base. How much time you got?
beef or some dumbass's opinion or some like just something dumb, you're gonna take it out on the series. I remember when Jujutsu Kaisen was first coming out, some people were being mad toxic about the anime, like this shit's on all this other anime. I remember on Twitter there was this dude being like just down talking fire.
Oh, do you
yes,
want?
and I saw a Jujutsu Kaisen thing, right? One dude's like,
This Jujutsu Kaisen fan base is so toxic. I do not even want to look at this series. I'm like, what?
like it's just
Yeah,
dumb.
what?
Explain yourself, you
When they talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, Fire Force, they went through like 5 different things. Oh, 5 voices, by the way. 4 or 5, one of them. Screenshot examples.
No, it just existed, and now he's just.
I
like,
remember this dude.
Look at that! That person got away from such peak because of the fan base, and that's not right. Are they in the room with us?
And if they were that toxic to the person, I can understand them going, I don't want to engage with the material, because if I get into it, it's just going to be more of you motherfuckers. Because I'm not even talking about that, and
Nokia
y'all on
says,
my neck.
Are there 2 people in there RN or am I schizophrenic?
Yeah, there's 2 people right now.
They just sound almost exactly the same, and
Facts.
they're making the same points.
Bro, like see,
Like, this is something that could be your favorite anime, and you're letting some, like, jackass filter your experience, like, of enjoying something that you.
my major thing is, why do we throw common sense out the window? Like,
How is it common sense if a person is being completely toxic to you, you don't want to engage with that? When is it acceptable not to engage with material that's absent of the material itself? Like, if you found out a artist is a diddler, are you now gonna go, well, I'm still gonna read the or are you gonna go, I don't
Yeah,
there's 2 people, that's crazy. Yeah, you can hear one dude's a little quieter than the other, and they talk over each other. Yeah, there's 2 people. There are 2 of these guys.
because one dog bit me, I hate every single dog.
Yes, people grow up like that all the time. They're afraid of dogs. They don't want to be around dogs. They got a traumatic experience, so they don't want to engage with dogs.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it? I don't eat Chinese
I was just
food
about to say.
because I got horrible food poisoning as a kid to the point where if I smell it, I start gagging. Oh, you can't. Mother few. I can't control my body going when I smell it.
It's a fear.
Like,
You can't be like, I'm not gonna be afraid. It's like, no, it's a bodily response. You can choose to not engage with somebody on Twitter, but this is not an analogy that is distinct, homie.
I grew afraid of dogs from a traumatic experience that happened to somebody I know years ago.
Joe says, common sense is not so common, President. My guy are not giving us evidence to what you are yapping about.
Yapping! I got stung by a bee. I hate all bees.
Hey, bee, honey. That's you. Irrational.
Oh, yellow and black.
Because they act all the same. Because I ate one bad, like, I don't know, Italian meal, like, okay.
Yo, a Chinese food. It makes me gag. What do you want from me? You want me to just choke it down?
Yeah, you just get over it.
Italian food, right? Let's say, I ate spaghetti, one bad spaghetti all time.
One bad spaghetti.
I would like one of your finest spaghetti, please.
I'd like a plate of spaghetti.
Like one time, all Italian food's bad. Like this.
No. That's an extreme reaction. It's one thing that you've had, and from one place, and you're going all of Italian food. That makes no sense.
It'd be different if you were saying, because the fans are toxic here, all anime bad.
Yes.
It's not all anime, it's this specific. So I'm not gonna engage with no more spaghettis.
Dutch says, I had trouble eating bread for a while because it was filled with ants and I realized it after the first bite.
Dude, afraid! Afeared!
You would get the voice. Rash Players would hit you with the voice.
One ant. This tasty bread could be your favorite bread. And because of one traumatic experience of a computer.
Ants in my eye. Ants in my butthole. Shut up.
Crunch.
Thing literally ruined the chances for every single thing, and this whole entire thing has nothing to do with the grand scheme of like what you're trying to get into. Like, how is all Italian food bad when you just don't?
It's not. You made this analogy.
These people.
You made this extreme. This person doesn't exist. You are fighting a literal straw man. You made this analogy. It doesn't make sense. Yes, you made it not make sense. You're him. He's confusing himself. He's just like, yeah. He's thinking like, yeah, I did read that on Twitter. It's like, no, you read the other thing on Twitter.
You said this.
You made this up.
Don't like one meal of Italian food. How is every single dog like how do you not like dogs?
How's every pit bull bad?
Yeah, like how do you not like?
How is every pit bull bad? Motherfucker, you see what? There's a whole Reddit of get pit
Adrian
bulls
Russo
out of
said,
here.
Strawman Luffy is back, baby.
You never left.
Never for a single solitary second left.
Like dogs because you got bit by one.
Honestly, like people like to judge pit bulls. We have a pit bull and she doesn't even.
Yeah,
bite.
it's like I just hate this mentality, bro. Cause
Hey, good for you.
Yes.
You know what does bite? Other pit bulls.
You're saying your pit bull doesn't bite, so you're judging all of pit bulls.
Yeah.
You're doing the thing that
In reverse.
Do you not see what's up here?
It's goofy to hate all pit bulls because one pit bull. Well, it's goofy to love all pit bulls because your pit bull doesn't bite.
How about you get us some pictures to look at while you were talking about? No, he's doing the voice. That's enough.
Hey, what happens if one day your pit bull bites you or someone else?
Does that change your opinion, or is it just, oh, that pit bull had a bad day? Would you try to excuse that, or you just go, okay, nah, pit bulls are...
Notera says, niggas get their baby torn apart by a pit bull and then just get turned off of all shit bulls. Wow, what babies?
What Oh, my baby doesn't have an arm anymore.
Look at me, I got rabies.
Oh my god, my face.
and low-key,
It's all about how you carry things.
And see, in the grander scheme of things, this mentality is just
See you later,
it's
Chris.
just not healthy, dude. Because I don't mean to be that guy, but even as a black man, I would say
What?
Could he,
Wait a
what could he
second.
possibly be?
Why?
Where could he possibly go with this?
One person called me the N-word, so do I dislike all white people?
Or is it because black people are seen as thugs and blah 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 doesn't mean I'm a thug?
Or it could be because slavery happened so long ago. Am I supposed to hate all people who...
I have no idea
Can
where
we-
this is
can we
going.
go back?
I'm
Can we-
afraid.
Can we get
just
all this
actually
crazy?
yapping.
Can we get
People in the archive just actually yapping.
Nani the
So
goat says,
scared of...
wait, these niggas are black.
Yeah, you didn't hear the black.
Oh, you can't. Oh, you ain't got an ear for black.
Yeah, you ain't got the black ear. Sorry, I got the black ear pops.
mentality is just it's just not healthy, dude. Because I don't mean to be that guy, but even as a black man, I would say this is how a racist person thinks, bro. Because when you think of this in mentality, I don't like because I ran into this dude on this one black dude on the street. I don't like black people, or because this and that, I don't like white people. Oh, this.
Hey, if you ran into a black person that robbed you and beat you within an inch of your life in the middle of the night, you might have a fear of walking around in the middle of the night in a black neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And I would not go, you're racist for doing that. You had a traumatic experience. Now, if throughout the rest of your day you're cool with black people, but in this particular instance you're afraid, I can't say you're a racist for that.
Yeah, I don't think that a fear of something happening to you again it necessarily makes you racist. Now, if it was, even if something like, hey, go down this street at 5 o'clock and you will get robbed, I'm like, I'm not going down that street.
Yes.
Black, white, whatever. It's like, it's a fear of,
just because one person got robbed, that doesn't mean I can't walk down that street as faster. It's literal PTSD. This is crazy talk.
horrible analogies.
Horrible.
The worst.
5 minutes left.
Because this person did this, I don't like this race of people.
And see, in the
Dog, that's crazy. This is just a crazy cuckoo.
Unknown Gaming
analogy.
XL
I
says,
can't believe.
what we talking about fan bases or racism? Stay on topic.
Everything. Nothing. Who cares?
I can't.
grander scheme of things, someone will be like, well, it's just an opinion on an anime. It's just an opinion on this. But when you really think about it, this
Stupid
might
voice.
be just an opinion on this little thing of, oh, this dude doesn't like this because of this. But this is just a common example of how down bad people are.
Yeah, it's
This is a
great.
common example of how stupid people are because they dismiss common sense, and you can see how it affects their lives. Even something as simple as liking an anime, you see how just because one thing had an involvement with it, they dislike it.
You know what's crazy?
Do they dislike it or do they not want to engage with it? Thank you for re-upping Dutch to the bombs. Like, there's two totally different potential arguments here.
Me and my mom got into a car accident before, and we weren't scared of driving in the car, but of driving in that part of the city. Yeah, you can absolutely just go, ooh, I did hit that turn wrong, and then correct next time.
Cotton Candy
It's-
Hope says, IDK Rash, I'm pretty sure you can judge the KK on its fan base.
Nah, you get the voice.
Just because they hug up a couple black people doesn't mean it's a bad organization. I want to
Yeah, because the KKK wears white, I guess I can't wear white.
It's so stupid. Where's your common sense? Oh, I can't wear a hood out anymore. White hood. This is goofy.
Rash plays talking about stupid people. The irony is staggering. He don't realize.
Why would I waste my time on something I had a bad experience on?
This brings me back to when I was reading Get a Robo Go. I know it's a fictional work, but it works in such a like crazy way because it's the same. There's a guy, his name is Schwartz, right? He hated all Japanese people for what happened at Pearl Harbor because his parents died there, right? And then it turns out that a Japanese woman saved his life, and eventually he began to like her and he ended up marrying her. And now imagine if he still kept that attitude of hating all Japanese people for what happened to his parents. He wouldn't have found the love of his life
Neo
if he
Arcadia
wouldn't have
says,
switched his.
It's goofy to write off Synthetic Man as a racist just because he said obvious reasons one time. Or
Yeah.
that he describes black people as woke. Goofy ass fan bases.
Yeah, exactly. For obvious reasons. That man's a racist, y'all. I forgot what their argument was here. I'm gonna go back slightly.
Her. And now imagine if he still kept that attitude
The Japanese dude.
of hating all
obvious
Japanese
reasons.
people for what happened to his parents. He wouldn't have found the love of his life if he wouldn't have switched his ways. That just says a lot now, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. In this fictional story that can be written in any way.
Yeah, because that same story could have been written that he just hated all Japanese people for the rest of his life and learned no lesson, and then he just married some other person. No, they're going off the dome. There's no script here.
Yeah, there couldn't be a script.
For obvious reasons.
At times, you really don't know what you can just take away from yourself when you're just trying to be selfish. And then,
But you also don't know what you could be saving yourself from. You're not allowed to look at it in the opposite direction. Both can be true. And you're only going, you can't, come on, bro. Hey, there have been a lot of words ruined because of Revisited and A List Exists. A lot of words.
Obvious reasons.
Refreshing
was
for
not
you.
one of them. Obvious reasons is fantastic.
You're done with refreshing.
Absolutely. Dead zone.
I brought Iconic up, so this isn't even a Revisited thing. Fate is Fate kind of got ruined for me a little bit. I'll say that. Thematic, oh dude, terrible.
That's where it really.
I mean, we don't have any drop frames, so it might just be you. Subversion.
Ivana Neri says, here who was traumatized by dogs because my parents threatened to throw me to the dogs and they would be eaten and still wondered why I was afraid of dogs.
Like, it's obvious.
Yeah, they don't realize that things can happen like that. You can have that mindset based upon something that has happened to you. You can't just get over something like that.
This video has ruined Ray Shadow Legends for me.
Boils down to that selfishness comes to looking at things from a single perspective, you know.
But you're looking at it from a single perspective.
My pit bull is cool. What are they talking about?
So it's goofy and there's no common sense in the world because you're not looking at it from my perspective. Your perspective is wrong and you're not looking at it the correct perspective, the common sense perspective, which is my perspective. Do you understand what you just did there? This is crazy. Hey, I'll just say, Iconic has ramped Veef up. From when I first was just like, blah, 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 these moves.
They ruined it. Thematic opposites was the last drop of that was crazy bars.
Rui is the thematic opposite.
Alright.
Tunnel vision.
Yes, and that tunnel vision ultimately keeps you going to that one end point when there's not one, not tens, not hundreds, not thousands, millions of other possibilities.
Universal Instinct Goku, Angel Seed Goku, Autonomous Dragon Force Goku.
Y'all sound very female emotional. Why be scared? Thank you for the super chat, Nami. I'm woman. That's how y'all sound. Emotional resonance.
You don't. That's like I said.
Also, keep in mind. Also.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You can't also keep in mind also.
Hi,
It is the greatest fumble ever.
I'm more okay with dogs now, but every time I see a big one, I just freeze. I try everything, but all I want is to run away.
See, it's crazy because my mom always taught me that unless a dog is just like running at you, just stay calm and keep walking. I have run afoul of many a stray dog and have never been bit. I just keep walking. But if they're running towards you just aggressively, oh, it's a wrap. Just start running.
But I can understand the aversion.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with your aversion. Oh yeah, peak has gotten to be a problem.
Subversion, obviously. I think that was ruined way before us.
Yeah, Last Jedi ruined that.
Left, right, make curves, make 1080s, 360s. There's so many different. You can go like that.
Okay, but you're only looking at it from this perspective. It's stupid to do it that way. You're goofy and you don't have common sense for doing it that way. Why aren't you trying to see it from their perspective? Because they can have a million different options. They can have a million different reasons. Woke is not ruined. Woke is... If people are seriously using woke and it's just me sitting around just watching or reading, yes, it's a problem. But if I'm listening to something with somebody, it's basically a bad movie day for me where I'm just laughing.
It's funny.
Diagonal, there's just so many things you can do.
But you're stuck in your same old ways. Like, and see, this is...
You're stuck in your same old way. Now, Corey, I will take ownership of ruining Persona music for people in the background. I will take 100% because that is me. Big ups, chat, Dwight Race. We're not even doing the field thing. We're 2 weeks away from that.
That's not the thing.
Come back in 2 weeks.
We're doing a field roundup or something or whatever.
Yes, we'll do some field stuff in 2 weeks. Go away. Is Pete streaming? I don't know. And
let me go back.
Beam are still streaming.
Who?
Detractor Beam.
Oh, Detractor Beam. Yeah, there you go. Right over there.
Meerkat. Go on to Meerkat.
Meerkat is streaming.
Who?
Big up Meerkat. Who?
And a lot of people don't know is that one tunnel is just going down.
Anyways, back to what I was saying.
It's not going down. I ain't gotta engage with Shamos.
You ruined video essays for me with that Persona 5 music point. I can't escape it. Underscore DA shock.
Dude, it's not my fault. Well, okay, no, it is my fault.
Yes, it is your fault.
That is 100% my fault. I understand.
Eat that.
But at the same time, y'all should have understood from the beginning. When y'all streamed the DSP game, 1,000,000,000%.
But it's gone now.
Yeah.
It's going to be asset flipped. Not asset flipped, but the assets are going to be changed and put back up.
If he releases it uncensored, I could see myself playing.
It's probably out there.
Yeah.
Earlier, even though you're doing this with a simple thing such as an anime, like let's really think about it. You're literally letting the actions of one person bother you enough to dislike something as simple as an anime.
But who says it's one person?
On top of that, if I go to DA and I go, hey DA, I think this is a really good series, you should read it or watch it. I am influencing him. He is influenced by one person's opinion to get into the thing. So why is it okay to get one person's opinion to get into a thing, but not to not get into a thing? Perspectives, right? No, just read My Hero, y'all. That's what it's all been about, by the way. Just go read My Hero. Dude, DSP is always sleep mode. It takes, like, I used to be able to watch raw DSP.
Yeah,
I can't anymore.
I really cannot.
It's impossible to watch that man anymore. He is terrible. That crab game, if it's not Street Fighter, he's cooked.
What does that say about
Cotton
how
Candy
you carry
Hope says, but what if it's 50,000 Bleach fans saying Blood War is amazing, and I'm like, I wasted too much time reading that trash to truly care about the anime.
No,
he's talking about one person, because that is also the extreme. Most of his analogies just go purely to the extremes. He's gonna go, okay, I guess, but
if you were stabbed, you would have gotten stabbed. Okay, one for you. No, he's cooked in Street Fighter in a different way, but at least Street Fighter is entertaining. He sucks at that game.
He was big tilt.
And it's so funny because if he would have just tried to pick up these high tier characters, it would expose that he's just not a good player.
And that's why he doesn't. He has a built-in excuse for low tier
things in your overall life. That's really petty. It's so petty. Like, because
it's petty to dislike something based off one person, but it's petty to get into. It's not petty to get into something based off one person. Like Rash Play. If you were to recommend something to a friend of yours, is that petty? Of course not.
Can't be positive petty.
So if you don't if you say no, that's bad, don't read that. Is that petty? So why is this is the greatest thing ever? Shake your neck. It's like he's too into that. I'm not getting into it. Oh, you're being petty.
Because one person of this skin tone did this thing, you dislike people with that skin tone.
Yo,
we're back. Oh, we're back.
I can't deal with this racism.
I don't think he's equipped to talk about racism.
Clearly, he's not.
Because one person was a fan of this anime, you dislike this anime because you had one bad meal. That whole entire type of food is bad to you. Because
you made that analogy. Remember?
Dog bit you. All dogs are like that. You see, I was like,
no, not.
Oh, you must have forgot.
It's been a while. I'm reminded of Pedo Light Man. Telling me these girls aren't hot?
Come on.
Does he know PTSD exists?
He doesn't want to talk about that.
He can't form an argument to say
he has a track that he's on, and PTSD detracts him from that track.
Whole entire type of food is bad to you because a dog bit you. All dogs are like that. You see, I was like, oh, it's just an anime. Oh, it's just a skin color. Oh, it's just a food.
Hi Zaldonix says, all it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy. That's how far the world is from where I am. Just one bad day.
Joker. 1989.
There's no way he just said
Around there.
it's just one skin color.
In the dumb guy voice.
This is
This
horrible.
man is
video.
legendary. He is the Raid Shadow legend.
The Doom Tower.
It's all the same. Oh, I didn't like an anime. Oh, I didn't like dogs. Oh, I like a skin tone. Oh, I like a food. It's all the same. You're all stupid guy voice.
But you know what's not stupid guy voice? Raid Shadow Legend.
Oh, it's just a dog. Is that really a healthy mindset to have?
It's not a healthy mindset to be afraid of dogs after getting bit once. It is literally a disorder. Post-traumatic stress disorder.
He hungers for host says.
But you can't.
Ew, I need thousands of dollars in therapy bills. Ew.
Thousands. I gotta spend money.
My brain.
Downplay it because people aren't real fans of anime. They'll say
We're back to not being real fans of anime.
Yep.
here and be like, "Oh, it's just an anime. Who cares?"
Dumb guy voice. This is 9. That means he's doing one every like minute and a half.
Well, how about all the other things? Oh, it's just a dog. Who cares?
He just said this. Yeah. 10 dumb guy voices in 13 minutes.
Take away the 2.5 minutes for Raid Shadow Legends.
I forgot.
Oh, Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, I could be a champion to towers. That's what you sound like.
It's the best time to get into the game.
How many of you get upset when people say, "Oh, it's just a dog. Who cares?" Does that justify how wrong it is? At the end of the day, what I really am trying to say is, can we just stop dismissing common sense? Because should I really have to explain something as simple as this? Like, it's wrong.
No, you shouldn't. You should be able to point to somebody and go, this is what they said and this is why they're wrong. Not make a spaghetti analogy to the extreme.
Like somebody said earlier, this could have been a YouTube short.
This could have been a tweet.
To label something and say you dislike something.
Is this how easy it is to do content?
This is the worst take about anime I've seen in my life. Also, a dog dragged me down a hill by my hoodie, and I was horrified by all dogs until I was 16. I want to know what he would say.
Hey, why weren't you scared of wearing hoodies?
Yeah,
that's your. It wasn't the dog.
Oh, the heel. Oh, the heels.
Oh, that's right. That's what you are. You shouldn't be afraid of the dog. You should be afraid of hoodies and heels.
What were you wearing that day? Underwear? You're scared of underwear now, huh?
Was it raining? Oh, rain's bad too, huh? That's what you sound like. Yeah.
Nobody's listening to you, you cuck.
Based off of like one thing that happened. Even if that thing might not even have a direct involvement to that thing that happened, you're gonna sit here and dislike it. Makes absolutely no sense. Oh, I guess a serial killer was eating Captain Crunch. Well,
they are both the worst. They are both the worst. This is unbelievable. That is not in any way how that works.
This battle will be legendary.
That is not how this works at all.
Oh, a serial killer is eating Captain Crunch. I guess I can't eat Crunchy Crunch.
General Mills.
Oh, cereal bad. Oh, dude.
I guess I'm never eating fucking Captain Crunch anymore.
Yes, that would be dumb to say. I would agree that that person is dumb to say that.
Hey, go watch Muda's Keppel's video. Stop coming to the
Oh my goodness.
the anywhere else. What's going on right now, Nika? All
shit. Let me
bad.
pop that on my watch later.
You're ever growing.
It's bad.
Even though it's like a common thing in everybody's household, everybody eats cereal. But you know what?
Nightfall says, triggered at last a worthy opponent.
Mother. He's Dio walking towards triggered. Oh, you're approaching me?
Oh hell no! You approaching me? His bubble was just facts.
Captain Crunch? Nah, I can't. Down bad.
Why are we talking about cereal? Oh my god!
That's really some like
Mental.
not even mental. That's really just
Unhealthy.
what are you doing with yourself?
What are you doing? That's literally
Honestly,
aggressive.
that's so,
What is this hypothetical person in this analogy doing with themselves? Because it's absolutely just like this fan base was toxic to me, so I no longer care to watch this particular anime.
rejection. That is
That is
actually
self-rejection.
in a really weird way. Because again, like I said earlier, you don't know what you're pulling away from yourself by disliking something.
And you don't know what you're saving from yourself by not engaging with the community that was already toxic to you. Can it not go both ways, Rash?
For such a simple
Dude,
reason.
it's hateful, bro.
Yeah, it is hateful.
Like, could you
Like,
imagine?
You are
Disgusting.
hateful for not wanting to
Disgusting.
engage with an anime
Absolutely.
when somebody in that fan base was toxic to you.
Disgusting, hateful.
No word on the toxic person. No word on anything hateful they said or did. You're the hateful one for not reading My Hero Academia. You can't be.
Spiteful. Could you
Cotton
imagine
Candy
getting
Hope
that
says,
up?
Rash, some people are lactose intolerant. They know they don't want to eat cereal.
No, that's just because Jeffrey Dahmer was eating cereal.
Yeah,
and then he
that's the
ate
reason.
people.
Upset over getting in a little argument over an anime or a fucking show, anything.
Like,
And then
bro.
you literally just focus all that hate. Like, you gotta be so petty. You gotta be so like the amounts of salt that will come off of you to make you dislike that entire thing because of one individual ruining it for you. Like, the amount of salt, bro. Like, how can you be that salty of an individual?
What if they're a piece of garbage
Yes.
and you don't want to engage with them?
What if you hopped into a Discord and 50 people called you an N-word?
Would you, Discord bad? No, that Discord is bad. I will not engage with that Discord.
Well, it's honest. I think it really just comes from like self-confidence issues, to be honest. Because like,
Okay, so now you're diagnosing people, Professor Rash Plays?
Why can't you see it from their perspective since it was all this perspective stuff? So now they have no common sense. They have no self-confidence. And it was something else. Hateful. They're hateful. They're a hateful, no self-confidence. Dude.
that's right.
So salty you deny common sense.
Yeah, it's like this, right? Like,
Analogy.
I think it should be this way, and then
Dumb voice.
rather than gravitating
Chris
towards the
Joke
things that are
says, who hurt you, kid?
Who? What is your story, Rash Plays?
happening in your reality and accepting things as how they are, or
Accepting you for who
You cannot like something and then want to change it or complain about it. It's not just accept things that's in your reality. No! I got a bad job. I'm getting mistreated. I'm getting underpaid and overworked. Well,
Dumb guy voice.
dumb guy voice.
who you are.
yes, or like
Get blood, idiot.
really finding the true cause of why a certain individual is feeling a certain way, or the real reason as
Pause.
the
You was talking about finding the reason why somebody is feeling that way, but then you dismiss people for not even being fans. You don't go try to figure out if they're fans. You go, they might not even be fans.
why you might just dislike My Hero, because maybe you might just
My Hero. This is what it always about, y'all.
Like it because you never watched it.
Or
Hey,
Hey, what if you did watch it?
Hey, maybe you don't want to engage with it because a bunch of people punched you in the face while wearing My Hero stuff. It could be 1,000 reasons.
Reddit. If another person can keep you from enjoying something, or if another person can make you dislike something, then what does that say about you making decisions for yourself and the confidence you have in making a choice for yourself?
So what they're basically saying is this
None of the
person
goats
has...
DA and BG are scared of Mark Month because of the fan base.
You truly want to be timed. What you're
that's
basically
true.
saying is that these people have been so affected that they're allowing another person to make their decision for them. When in actuality, they had a poor experience and no longer wish to engage with the thing. And that's basically what you guys have been talking about the whole time, like with dogs biting you. You don't want to engage with dogs because one dog bit you. Okay, how is that stupid? How is that not common sense? How is that hateful? God, this self-confidence, stupid.
Like you can't determine whether or not you like something because
Of
someone
somebody else.
because of someone else.
Anomaly. Terrible video.
I give that.
Out of blue.
Oh man,
Yeah, that was really bad.
it's so terrible. It's so funny.
We are talking about In Defense of My Hero Academia by 9 something. I know it says IX, but it's probably 9.
No real descriptions.
What was the name?
IXTizzy.
Yeah, 9 probably.
This is about the arms chapter.
Yep. So if you're not caught up in My Hero, if you haven't read past like 4 or 5 chapters, I would stop coming to these. Let's see.
Within the last 2 weeks, My Hero Academia went from being the
The
most
almighty
hyped.
Jew Hansen says, I still cannot believe we got a Tentacle flashback and I completely missed.
Yeah, boy. You how could you forget about the racist arc?
The greatest arc ever. How was the new chapter? I didn't even read it. I saw that it was available and I didn't even read it. That's crazy.
Up manga out there with absolutely everyone talking about it and loving what was happening, to now this week becoming possibly the most hated manga out right now. And it's not because
That's crazy.
Yeah,
No.
that's nuts. People were glazing this. I don't know who you saw. I saw almost no hate.
My Hero
But I'm not
Academia
in the circle. I look at the Reddit, which is obviously a very biased place towards it. But yeah, I looked on Twitter. I didn't really see anything.
did anything bad. It's simply because people have not been reading the story and have been simply hopping on the bandwagon of hate.
You can't read, These are Joe opinions. You don't feel this way.
This is the second time.
You don't feel this way. These ain't your words.
Yeah,
Okay.
source.
Okay, homie. Can you just say that? Is that just cool to just say like that? I say no.
That other people are promoting. Now, I'm not gonna name any names, but certain creators have been talking about how disappointed they are with the current state of My Hero Academia and how disappointed they are with the events that occurred within the latest chapter of
Okay, but what about the other creators that are glazing it?
What about that?
Oh my god, people have different opinions.
My Hero Academia. And before
Call
I get
them
into
pussy.
debunking all of these
Raid Shadow
complaints,
Legends.
let's first talk about what's been going on in these latest 2 chapters of the My Hero Academia manga. Basically, when chapter 419 of My Hero Academia came out 2 weeks ago, My Hero Academia took over the entire anime and manga scene by storm.
In the past 2 chapters, that's what happened. Muzz were not doing nothing but glazing, but I don't read.
Obvious reasons. Obvious reasons. Obvious reasons.
Being scared of a dog and hating a dog is very different. I have seen the difference for real. There is a dog hate community on YouTube. There's a pit bull hate community on Reddit. Thank you for the super chat. So, like, there is a difference between the two. Yeah. So, how did it take it by storm? Because as far as I know, it didn't really come across any more or less than what it typically does.
Yeah, I didn't really see anything trending from it.
I don't know what he's
like with Bakugo when he came back, he was trending.
With everyone talking about it, even the people who didn't read or watch My Hero Academia at all were checking out the manga to see what was going on because
hey, who are these people?
Yeah.
Do you have an example of these people?
Mm-hmm.
No? Okay, cool.
And what did they see? What was it just like, oh, why are people talking about this? And then they saw it, and do their opinion even really matter about that? Because if something is trending, people will gravitate towards that. So I don't see nothing wrong with just going, yo, the people were watching it.
That's how crazy the chapter was. To give a short recap of the events, All For One emerged inside of Shigaraki's internal vestige world, and he confronted both Deku and Shigaraki. And that's when all—
Terrible!
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
In the Soul Palace, yep.
Awful!
And then just went, you don't exist.
Everyone talking about how Hotstar and Strip is in the anime is all I've seen.
Yeah, people are... And that's a terrible thing because people, as soon as it came out, like, I know people are going to be all over this. And I'm wondering if there's going to be a turn. If it's just going to be like, oh, she's gone, but still Auga, or, yeah, it just wasn't even worth it to even have her.
Yeah, some people just don't do manga. It is what it is. BG, he don't want to be a snitch, please go easy on him. Snitch on these mothers!
Do it.
If you feel compelled to make a video based off of it, name these motherfuckers.
For One revealed that Shigaraki's entire life had been planned out by him since before Shigaraki was
terrible.
All For One manipulated Shigaraki's dad into having another kid.
Hey,
then
you
stole
should
Shigaraki's
your wife, no rubber. Dang, you right. Yeah,
I'm glad you told me that.
The little girl is too old somehow, for some reason. He just goes, she too old. No explanation. She was a little baby. He's like, no, I need another one.
Oh, you're so mad about it.
It's stupid.
You're so mad about it.
Muff just drops that. Because Horikochi's like, dang, there was another one. He just, no, she's too old. Like, what? Too old for what? Because you didn't start manipulating the Muff.
XL says, Afo, you should pipe down your girl just one more time.
Just give it to her.
One more time.
You seem a little stressed. Why don't you get you some of that good?
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna pump you up a little bit, my guy. Both y'all gonna enjoy this one. Pheromones, all this. We got
slips of Viagra in his drink. He's bricked up.
Obvious reasons.
Just walk out. Ain't for what? Bricked up. I gotta go home. He's like, what? We were just having a polite drink. What's going? I gotta go.
He stands up, bangs the table.
AFO puts his hands together as planned.
Hey, Kaku.
And goes invisible, watches them. Just like, yeah, 69.
Just start hovering above her stomach to fertilize it, make sure it goes. Yeah.
Put suggestions in his mind. And doggy style is better for fertility.
Flip.
Mother is stupid.
Oh yeah, I forgot the One For All is still here and fucking fuses to fucking die. Refuses. Thank you for the super chat. So.
He's the final boss. He died, and then he was like, "But no, though. Hey, where is the vestige of overhaul in him? Because he has his quirk.
Where is it?
I guess because it's established you get a quirk, you get the vestige in your mind or whatever. But no.
took an overhaul quirk which had
Pizza
both
Steak says,
regeneration
even though you look like that guy that killed my mom, I'm gonna trust you though.
and decay, removed the regeneration part, and gave decay to Shigaraki. Again, revealing that he planned everything there was about Shigaraki's life. All for One then supposedly destroys Shigaraki inside of...
And I can see people not liking that, because this character who you think is, I am him, I'm this dude, I'm doing all this based upon what I've gone through. This other dude just goes, yeah, I planned all of that. You are not your own person. Everything that you are, every step that you made was calculated for this very moment. That takes away that character's entire agency. There was no connection to him and Deku, other than the fact that they were both quirkless and they poop whatever, they were mentored by somebody. But it's just all gone when it's just, you are not you. You are just a puppet for me. So you liking this character for all these years means nothing, because he had no agency in his own story.
The almighty Jew Hansen says, Shigaraki is just a tool basically and a lame henchman.
Yes. It's just, you are my body.
his life. All for One then supposedly destroys Shigaraki inside of the Vestige world.
He said that these two chapters have taken the internet by storm. Why is he recapping?
For the people that didn't, I would assume.
But he bashed people. He didn't necessarily. He mentioned people that didn't really care.
No, he did bash them because he's just trying to jump into the hype or whatever.
So why? Who is this for? All Might should have smoked up. Xehanort did that and it sucked too.
Taking over Shigaraki's body completely, All for One has now completely returned, now in control of Shigaraki's body. And the real crazy part is what we saw in the next page. Because as All for One returned, we see that Deku tries to get up but collapses. And then we get the big reveal that Deku has lost both of his arms while trying to fight Shigaraki and All for One. And this one...
Yes, and it was because...
Oh, what a terrible chapter that was.
It was revealed like 3 chapters before this happened. Yeah, whatever happens in the Vestige world happens outside of it. Yes. So now you've got that whole thing that comes up. And then it's also revealed, yeah, but so long as I imagine my arms, they can still stay here.
Yep.
So... introduction, contradiction, no reason why he doesn't imagine his arms in their back, and now now he just doesn't have his arms, and now he has his arms again. Why take them away if you were just gonna give them to him a chapter later to take Eri out of commission, but you still have a recovery girl? We don't know if that works or if it doesn't work.
He's capping the path of video. He recapped it, and that's basically what it is.
This is his Raid Shadow Legends.
But like, what's the point of padding the video?
Crazy.
Because this recap is probably only going to be like 2 minutes. Is 10 to 11 minutes any different than 13? Just say it.
You're defending my hero, so it's people attacking my hero. So why are you... They know what they're attacking. Unless they don't know what they're attacking, in which case you're explaining to them what it is, and there's no point in defending something if somebody doesn't have the arguments against it other than the things that they've heard.
One panel of Deku losing his arms was enough to take over the entire manga scene. Absolutely everyone was talking about it. And unfortunately, this included people who didn't keep up with the My Hero Academia manga or weren't fans of the series in the first place. Now, the reason why I say
we are both of those, and it's the stinky poo.
I don't care about people who don't watch or haven't kept up with it.
Unfortunately, is because these people who don't keep up with the series don't really know what type of series My Hero Academia is like. So,
but what about the people who are reading it and do know? Don't defend it against mobs that don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, what's even the point? You don't know what you're talking about. Why would I engage in an argument with you?
Let me explain what happened up until this point. What did these people say? Did they say that it was dumb? Did they say that it was too gory? Did they say that it wasn't deserved?
I hate it when one guy is the real evil. It makes everything else fake when every problem is just this one guy, because now it's if he's gone, we just win.
Yeah, that's part of my issue with Joker, where it's just like, his plans are so laid out, and he's always knows what's coming next. It's just like it makes it less fun because everything's just going according to strategy.
This one manga panel of Deku losing his arms makes them think, oh, My Hero Academia is about to turn into this super dark and gory manga.
Based on
Is
what?
that what they think?
Well, it kind of did already. Not the gory part, but it did turn into a darker manga in the Dark Hero arc.
Yeah.
And so, with that in mind, they could just be going, oh, we're heading into the second part of, or a second coming of that more dark turn for My Hero Academia, because they've dealt with a lot of dark material and a lot of dark subject matter, even if they put a bright shiny palette over it. So to just go, oh, it's going to become this thing and they're stupid because they haven't kept up with it, means nothing, because if you have kept up with it, you've seen a bunch of dark in the past few arcs. It wasn't dark enough. Remember the war arc? The war arc just happened. Midnight dying in Gran Torino should be dead.
No, but he's sitting there in the hospital. Do your best. I'm still here, yeah. Hey, it's me, the guy from the
Cotton
third My Hero movie.
He wouldn't know he was
Hooray,
a hero
I'm
by looking at
canon.
him.
Get out of here.
Dude, everyone, do your best. Do your best. You've always been the greatest hero to me, and that's how he became the greatest. Oh, dude.
It's just going.
Yeah, they're gonna
It's
get
gonna-
the
it's gonna be a
goosebumps,
loop.
and it's gonna be a GIF, and it's gonna be
It's
on
gonna be the
Twitter.
original version, then it's gonna be a piano version, then it's gonna be a rock version, then it's gonna be a jazz version. It's gonna be the entire episode of just you say run renditions.
It's
Just
gonna be-
looping. It's gonna be over the commercial that is just gonna be playing.
It's gonna be the sad piano version when he's kind of down, and then when he gets saved, it's gonna be, and then when he gets the punch, it's gonna be the main version.
And then the lyrics are gonna kick in, and oh boy, peak will finally be achieved.
Everyone is about to get absolutely annihilated. So
No,
chapter
you
4,
can think that based upon what's going on when Sugar Rush jumps out of a portal, and you just go, okay, so he's just dead. Okay, so that's just a body that's on Deku's conscious. Very good. 1 second, please. Just annihilate him with your big not necessarily beams, but whatever those black spikes were that got Jiro. Just do that. And they're all dead.
Ivana Neri
Excellent.
says,
Very nice.
I'm not scared of all dogs, just terrified of German Shepherd, because I got attacked by one when I was 4 at my right under my eye. I didn't even realize I was bleeding till I got home.
That's that adrenaline.
Hey, games playing the main theme is hype. But so what? I'm gonna be mad about it.
Yeah, boy.
And then
I'm gonna be so mad.
So I was like, oh, he's about to kill one of them, cause he's just like, oh, Deku, I now see. They're just talking about your greatest strength, your weakness is your greatest strength, blah blah blah. So I'm like, okay, so the opposite is also going to be the thing. The greatest strength is going to be the greatest weakness, because when I take one of them mothers out, you're gonna crumble. So I'm like, all right, somebody's about to die. No, he gets the punch.
Yeah.
Remember when people said My Hero Academia had great female character representation? How the times changed. Same thing happened with Jujutsu Kaisen. They were like, oh, it's the change of shonen, and then it's like, where's Nobara? Thank you for the super chat, soul.
Yeah, like Tape Guy. It's like
Sero.
No. I will not deem him with a name. Tape Guy. He tapes up Shiggy, and it's just okay, so he just didn't use any sort of strength quirk. This
spike
base
quirk.
level dumb
Knife
16-year-old is making him move an inch with tape. So if he's this level, why should we be afraid of anything? But then in the next chapter, he's doing all these spikes and lasers and stuff. He's like, but tape? Come on!
419 coming out and these crazy things happening, like All For One taking over Shigaraki's body and Deku losing both of his arms, people got super hyped because they thought that My Hero Academia was about to turn into a dark manga and it was about to take a simple...
You said this not 20 seconds ago.
And you can't say that while showing it becoming a darker manga.
Stop talking about people's expectations of things.
Shiggy's gonna get that wham wham from Ojiro.
Sugar Rush's name is Coda. No, that is the other one.
Which other one?
That is Anima.
Nope. Coda? Nope. It's not even one of the classmates. Coda's the little
kid.
Kota.
Notera says, I'm sure Ojiro's twin tail attack will wrap up everything nicely.
It really is simple-minded of, you know, they thought it was going to be this thing and now they're going to be mad because it's not this thing. They came in with expectations and it didn't do it, so it's a problem for them. Come on, what's the voice? What's the name?
Give me the first letter.
S.
It's not Shoji because Shoji's...
Oh, it's not Shoji.
Tailman. Sero. No, Sero's tape guy.
Shoji is not Tailman, that's Ojiro. Shoji is arm dude.
Oh, yeah, I meant to say arm guy.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. Do you give up on Shiro?
No. Okay, what is it?
I know I'm not giving up. We just have very limited time and a lot of video to go through.
So much time. It's Sato.
That's fine.
Similar approach as Jujutsu Kaisen does to its manga. However, when chapters...
I expect things to have stakes, and those stakes have lasting effects.
Yeah. Now, it's different when you are Deku. I don't expect Deku to die. I don't expect Bakugo to die at this point.
But he had already resolved himself to using his legs. Mm-hmm. So his arms aren't necessarily a big loss for him. He can still fight. You bandage those up. You have somebody heal him done. Okay, whatever. He can still use his legs. Worry about that later.
420 came out of My Hero Academia a few days ago. People are now extremely disappointed because it did not take the approach that they were expecting.
No, it's not because it didn't go down the dark road. It's because they took away the stakes, but for a very stupid reason. This grown man helped a little girl mutilate herself for a potential chance for it to work. So you just you take away his arms, and then you just give him right back. And the only thing that is lost is Ares' horn, and even Eraserhead was like, this might affect your quirk. So it's a toss-up if it even did anything to our quirk. In a year, it could be right back to normal. It's not because it's not the dark thing and people are getting eviscerated left, right, and center. They should be, not because of the dark thing, but because they're going up against Satan and you've got tape. That's the reason why it's not, oh, it's not dark. It's like, no, it makes no sense that they're not getting eviscerated in 2 seconds. Nothing to do with dark. Nothing to do with Deku's arm being lost and oh, now it is finally dark. Oh, their arms is back. Oh, this is kiddie games. No, it's a dumb story thing. Show tweets. Show Reddit. Show anything.
Show the video you showed.
My goodness. I don't care about it going dark. They've got sub 20 chapters to go.
Yes.
100%.
When the chapter came out, I was defending this chapter on Twitter, but the more I thought about it, the dumber it got.
And that's the way it goes.
So I'm not expecting there to be 3 months walking out of this battle.
By sources that I made it
darkness. I'm expecting it because they're going up against this guy with every single power that can be possibly imagined. He rocks up in 421, and he's just like, yeah, I'm stronger now because of my resolve, and he's got all these spike arms. Where was that against Tape Guy? Killing him in a second. Not because of dark, not because of expectations, but because of how the story and how it's been set up. This guy, this Tape Guy, is just some guy. No defenses to a single spike through the heart, which we know he can do because he does do in 2 chapters. Nothing to do with dark. Stop that bullshit. Oh, but you don't understand. It is still dark. It is. No, the story is shite.
9.5 minutes left.
What ended up happening in chapter 420 is the chapter started off with a flashback with Aizawa, Mike, and Kurogiri, with them trying to convince Kurogiri to help them and trying to reach out.
It is not a good thing to have an introduction of an issue in your manga, the middle flashback point, and everything that led up to that, and all the emotional pathos in another manga, and the resolution in your manga. This hits 0% because I don't know these motherfuckers.
Because you ain't read Vigilantes.
It means nothing as he's just going, yeah, you've done this, you dumb Nomo. It means nothing when in this last chapter he's melting away. And I raise her ears like, oh man, that means nothing because I don't know this mother. I don't know how they feel about each other. I don't know how we got in this situation.
Him in some sort of way. Both Mike and Aizawa managed to successfully reach out to Kurogiri, and Kurogiri teleports Aizawa into the battlefield to help Deku, as we saw in the ending of chapter 419. Now, people are mainly upset over this next thing that happened, which was Deku regaining his arms. Basically, it's revealed to us that Eri had cut off a piece of her horn. Actually, she cut off nearly her entire horn, gave it to Aizawa, and Aizawa was able to use Eri's horn to heal Deku's arms. And people seeing this are absolutely shocked for some reason that this has happened. I mean,
for some reason they're shocked that a little girl cut off her horn and it worked.
And that this was resolved so quickly.
Within a chapter, people are
point
shocked.
Of doing it if you're just gonna make it so it's worthless in the same chapter. Basically the same.
Ivana Neri kept copy-pasting my comment after I told them to stop. Just thought you should know that's my comment and story.
They always do that. I'm gonna start timing them for that.
For obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons. Vigilante's way better. Still kind of didn't care. There's also the fact that it is still My Hero, and this is late game, and I don't care about, we're not kids anymore.
For obvious reasons.
Hope, fate, change, teacher. Yeah, there you go. No move. I don't care.
This is what we wanted.
This is who we are. This is who we are. Yeah, I'm a no move.
People are calling My Hero Academia My Disney Academia. They're saying, oh, there's no stakes involved.
Yes, because you've literally introduced stakes. You did not have to have that in your mind. It happens. It happens in VR. It happens. You didn't have to have that, but you did. You introduced that to have this moment. There was nothing else that happened within the mind that would have affected anybody other than this. You take away that, you don't have Deku losing his arm, but you introduced that to take away his arms. You've taken away his arms. You've introduced stakes. Then within the next chapter, you give him back his arms. You've taken away those stakes now.
And it's so funny because Deku's whole thing has been switching from punching to kicking. So he could have spent a couple manga chapters doing shoot style. Because his whole thing has been building up to that. And then we get the horn. And then we get to take it back.
Current My Hero rating 3. Maybe a 4.
I was thinking 4.
Gentle was in this last chapter, so, that gave me something.
My Hero's really bad.
It's real bad.
It was such a good manga, y'all.
However, the story's super predictable, and my question to those people...
I would have never predicted that Eri would have cut off her horn. It would have worked. If Shadow Man had teleported them over there and just go, everybody, give me whoever here that can fight, let's go. Oh, people are giving shirts and get out of here.
You've
been in this shelter for 2 days.
Calling it My Disney Academia is offensive because Disney movies are actually good and have stakes.
They do have stakes.
Are you guys really expecting the series to end with Deku having no arms?
It's not about expectations about the series ending with no arms. It's about doing it within a chapter.
Yes.
My whole thing was just like, Eri, he will get his arms back. I said in our Discord with our brothers, curtain down, he will have his arms back. You go, DA, one chapter, you think he's giving his arms back? I'm like, absolutely not. That makes no sense. It's the dumbest thing that you could possibly do with that. Introducing and taking away within the same number of pages? No, No, that's dumb. But then he did it. So no, curtain down, no, because you have so many different options.
I think
he could even get robot arms and that'd be fine. Whatever. Don't care.
All Might, the last vestige of his broken suit goes to Deku.
Melissa, she's over in America. She makes some robot arms that are even better that can withstand 100%. Whatever, it don't matter. It's about the fact that it was done like this.
He Hungers for Hose says, are you expecting this series to actually take itself seriously and set real stakes? That's too much to ask for.
No, it's not Disney. It has stakes and it took it away, but it's not though. It is.
Deku is the main character.
Irrelevant,
dude.
Don't do this and then take it away and have this meta excuse of, well, he's the main character, so of course nothing would have happened to him. So if in Kaminari, everybody gets eviscerated, everybody loses arms, legs, and everything, but Deku's the only one that can have it because he's the main character.
A shonen series.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
People die in shonen series. People lose limbs in shonen series. This means nothing.
Rick got his arm cut off in Walking Dead in like chapter 30.
Edward Elric, like chapter 2, lost his limbs. Asta lost the use of his arms for like a whole arc.
And it wasn't a chapter. That's what the issue is. One of the many issues.
Yes. Jonathan died.
Muff is dead. Jolene.
It's not going to get dark all of a sudden if the main themes of the series have not been that dark.
The themes don't matter. Darkness don't matter. It's the stakes. It's the bad storytelling of introducing it this way and taking it away. You're adding all these things. It is pure storytelling. A leads into B, leads into C. It's dumb. Themes, darkness, expectations, none of that.
Only people who are complaining are the people who set themselves up for...
You set yourself up, DA.
for disappointment.
You set yourself up.
It's my fault
you
for expecting base storytelling.
This one's for you, Mark.
This is just it's fiction, so don't think it's literally that. Thank you for the super chat. Why are you using your brain? Just consume.
No, you need to think about it within the terms of theme. The themes weren't dark, so why would you think things would get dark?
Somebody remind me after the stream to add the just consume product and get excited for next product. Thank you. And the endless trash. Thank you.
But endless trash is good. But we should have been prepped for this with the Bakugo heart exploding thing. And dumb little edge worm rocking up going, yeah, I'll become your heart, but not really though, because I'm doing something completely different from what I just said.
The same people who were expecting My Hero Academia to turn dark all of a sudden, when in reality that was never going to happen.
Why not? Why wasn't it going to happen? Are you saying that a series has not switched from more lighthearted to more dark? Or more dark from dark to more lighthearted.
I do not copy the comment to take the credit. I just want you to read them.
I mean, we read everything. Some things we just don't respond to.
Are the ones who are complaining about Deku getting his arms back. First off, there is nothing wrong with them using Eri as a plot device in order to...
in this way. Because now we have to just go... Quirks are stored within certain body parts? Hers is like accumulating energy, absolutely. But could that work with her? Any part of her?
Her fingers.
Or is it just the horn? And which part of the horn? The full horn? The tip of the horn? Because you just stab it into somebody and it was never shown to work like that before. It was just her holding on to Deku and he regenerated back with the overhaul thing. So now you can do this? That was never the way that it was established that this works.
Heal Deku. Eri has been a vital character ever since she got introduced. Like, this has been
irrelevant.
You say that she was a vital
where
character.
Horn is right now.
You say she was vital, but she did
Zelda
this.
Heart Soul
She
says,
got Muriel
Why
back.
nothing sticks in shonen. Right, Ace, 16, Edward, Joseph, Whitebread, Jiraiya, Asuma, and others. You're all still alive and well, right? Because
Absolutely, that's how it happens.
You get cut off.
Yeah, it's a certain amount of time. Yeah,
but it's just such a smokescreen of just, well, it's shonen, so whatever.
Directly shown to us countless amounts of times. Eri has one of the most broken quirks in the entire series.
Yes, and look where her horn is. It is not in Deku. Why is it stored within it now? Why can't she just cut it off? Like, Eraserhead loses his eye and he can't use his quirk. That makes sense. Is it just the horn?
Is the quirk that allows somebody to rewind time. She is the only character in My Hero Academia who has a time-based quirk. She is obviously going to play a pivotal role in the series.
91 says, does One Piece have dark themes?
Yes. Not dark themes, but dark moments.
Must ran out of gas.
Again.
Good.
No, they do that all the time. And
Good.
then they fill it up and then they vroom right back into it.
Literally louder than my car.
Considering how broken she is.
Oh, yes, that's what I wanted to mention. But again, nobody was expecting Deku and O series to have no arms. Nobody was not expecting Eri to play some part into this point of regenerating his arm.
No one was expecting everybody else to just fight off of one and then him not doing anything. He would play into the fight, but it's the implementation, it's how it was done. Bring her to the battlefield and it's like, that's better, I guess. It's still some bullshit because he got his arms back, but you cut a pro hero, cut off a little girl's horn who, if she has full control of her powers, it's world changing.
Yes.
Recovery Girl, it's just like, she is everywhere. She's like, oh, she's so worn out because she's just healing people and she has to use her own stamina and their own stamina to just kind of heal people. She kissed Deku and it was just like, well, your arm still got to be in the bandages. So it wasn't a full heal. She could just go, heart's gone, whoop, take a minute back and your heart's back. She gets full control of her powers. She's busted for the entire world forever. Not even counting the fact that she can use her quirk in ways like quirk erasing bullets. Stuff like that. To villains. Somebody like Toga. If she goes, do you want your powers? People who are just the mutants just going, yeah. I want a pig man. I want to not be a pig man. Maybe, I don't know if it would take away it.
No one was expecting Sun Eater to eat 5 cows, a duck, and a crab and form a super angel gun like Vosh the Stampede.
that was stupid.
We're not even halfway done.
And she has played a pivotal role so far. She was a major role in the overhaul arc. She then goes on to be the main reason why All For One is able to get his old body back and was able to thrash the entire hero side, giving the villains...
And couldn't you say that was her involvement?
Universal Instinct Goku, Angel Seed Goku, Autonomous Dragon Force Goku.
Thank you for the super chat, Sun God Nika. Bakugo is important, so it's okay if he gets fire and tangibility like 8 because he uses fire.
Come on! Anything is shonen!
Wait, that's how it happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes. So
it's an advantage. And now Eri once again plays another crucial role in helping healing Deku. And also, it's not like...
Could you transplant quirks then? Like, could you put Ezerhead's eye into Deku eye socket and does he get the quirk?
Legitimately. I don't know. And we're sub 20 chapters and we will never know. What is the thing? Because Sugar Man, his thing is I eat sugar and I gain strength. Where
I would
is it?
Assume
the bloodstream, the heart, the pancreas, the liver, the stomach,
whatever.
What is
the blood levels of you? Of
is it the blood? Is it the blood sugar?
I would assume the blood sugar.
It's so. Like, can somebody drink his blood?
Question mark. Like, if there was a transfusion, would they get his quirk?
Eri healing Deku's arms didn't come without cost. We don't know if Eri is ever.
It doesn't matter about the cost of it.
Gino Taku 91 says, "Is that like Tama important to the plot of Wano or the raid in Onigashima? Tama wouldn't done if it was for Luffy and Nami and Usopp protecting her to use as her powers to turn the tide of the raid."
Sure.
Going to get her quirk back, and even if she does, it's going to have a long cooldown considering she cut off her entire whole.
We don't know, and it's irrelevant. Anything can happen because Eraserhead was just like, well, that might.
Legit don't know what could happen here.
She could have potentially lost her quirk for
irrelevant. It doesn't matter if whatever the consequences are. It's the fact that this happened.
This series is over in less than 20 chapters. What does the long-lasting effects of Ares mean to anything? Especially since she just wants to be a singer, she doesn't even want to be a hero.
If somebody's about to get a spike through their head and Gran Torino puffs his way onto the field and takes the blow for him, Gran Torino is dead, but it doesn't make any sense how it happened. We got the consequences, but the fact that he's there is the problem because he was in the hospital for so long. The consequences don't mean if the way we got here was dumb.
We were having so much fun.
No, we weren't.
We were having a lot of fun with Rash Play. It was so stupid.
Ever, just in order to heal Deku and give the heroes a fighting chance.
Irrelevant. Potentially heal Deku. She didn't know that would work.
Yeah.
Plasma Man didn't know that would work, but he still somehow cut off her horn.
Eraserhead didn't know if it would work.
Really complaining about Eri.
More Rash Play.
Eri being an established plot point. A plot point that was established hundreds of chapters ago. Now being used within the final arc of the story.
It's how she was used, not the fact that she was used. There's a big difference.
More
Get off of this point. I want Rash Plays.
I want Rash
Plays. Why can't you just be happy for YouTube videos? I like this thing. Oh, I don't like this thing. That's y'all.
Perfect setup. I don't know what more people could want. If this was any other series, it would receive no complaints.
You don't know what examples.
Crazy.
Examples.
That's crazy.
I've seen one semi-valid criticism to this.
Okay, cool. Moving on. And they hate it because they hate me because they hate me. Any other thing, it would have been praised. But people pissing on my hero. I like my hero. Stop pissing on my hero.
That I made it the fuck up.
It's this baby mentality of any other series didn't know this wouldn't have been a problem. Legitimately no.
Latest chapter of My Hero Academia, and this criticism was, it makes no sense for them to remove Deku's arms and then give him back his arms a chapter later.
Yes,
Let me go over this. If you did not read the chapter fully, I can understand.
Oh no.
There's no way this month is fixing to
Mitchell
justify
says,
this.
He won't even snitch on another manga too? This man sucks.
This man point the fingers, snitch.
He's like, follow my eyes. Mother, you looking everywhere.
Come on now, point them out. Name and shame.
Why it seems like this is what's happening. However, that is not the case at all.
Oh, did he get his arm? Did he lose his arms? Yes. Did he get his arms back? Well, that's not what. I mean, it looks like that, but that's not what's happening. Oh, my eyes were wrong. Again, I am the problem. My lying eyes telling me lies.
It was actually stated that due to how weak Eri was and due to how damaged Deku is, it would take at least a couple of minutes for Deku to gain his arms back.
Worthless. So He did it, and it's in a chapter. It's the same.
He now has the use of his arms. That is what the issue is. The concept of you have your arms is now introduced. He will have his arms. In the next chapter, he has his arms.
And then Tape Man holds down All for One until Deku gets that 2 or 3 minutes. This cannon fodder should not be able to hold this man back to 2 or 3 minutes.
But he is legitimately well actuallying us.
Oh,
he
yeah.
got his arms back. Well, he didn't get his arms back because he needs 2 or 3 minutes. Well, actually.
In a moment like this,
If you don't like it, you don't understand the story.
Bootlicking bumps.
the heroes and Deku being confronted by All for One, who has now returned, a few minutes could be the deciding factor between the heroes winning or the heroes losing.
But Sugar Man, Tail Guy, and Tape Guy were allowed to touch him, and they are not eviscerated.
Free.
0%. That fear that they were feeling back with the rescue Bakugo,
where they were just looking,
him just being near them, gone. They are injured. This guy is the final boss. He goes, well, I guess it's just world domination now.
I'm better than ever.
Back in the All Might fight, he was not like, well, just all world domination. He was just like, yo, it's go time. It's me. It's your boy. But he's just like, well, now it is go. I'm just going to take over the world now. And there is no fear towards them. Deku is there in a pile of his own blood. No arms, completely worn out. No fear. This dude is standing above them. All powers. Shigaraki, they don't know Shigaraki's power is gone. So they just go, Tape Guy could have been eviscerated.
Yes.
But lucky as Decay is gone. Because that would have been the end of Tape Guy.
And lucky I'm not using any of my other trillion.
You're very lucky.
That I actually used 2 chapters later.
So this is what the issue is.
So the main reason why Horikoshi decided to remove Deku's arms was to take Deku out of the fight momentarily and to let the other side characters shine for a bit.
But couldn't this have easily have been accomplished by just going, I am so worn out. I just had a mind battle.
Yeah.
Give Goku it. Give me a couple minutes.
All for Palpatine has returned.
Somehow.
All for Palpatine. But it's the same thing with Luffy and Gear 4. Just give me like 5 minutes.
That's all it would have needed to be.
You could have had All for One not even paying attention to them, chasing whoever has Deku as he's trying to recover.
And the newest chapter, it could have just been what's going on where we're going to open a path for the cleanest shot, regardless of how many minutes it takes. That nothing changes if he doesn't lose his arms, and it's still, you need to get this hit, and we will support you in getting that hit. With my frog powers.
Here's my tongue.
Ever since the beginning of the series, My Hero Academia has heavily relied on its wide cast of side characters.
No, it hasn't.
No, this is just a lie, sir. You can point to 4 people, maybe.
Anima has 2 named attacks. One of them was in his arc, where he goes Hitchcock birds.
And the other one was in a movie?
Probably. But that's it.
Can't Stop Twinkling has a attack. Single attack.
And
a normal frog.
To this extremely big cast.
What exactly does this guy think is bad at this point? Because that is a good question. Because you can't. What can you really say is bad when these types of things are your arguments? It's shonen. Well, it was set up before. This was done for this reason.
Tape Guy's name is Zero.
Of side characters. And due to this extremely big cast, Horikoshi needs to make sure that each one of these characters has a chance to shine, because once again,
but he didn't. There was no time where Sugar Rush was shining before this moment. There's no time where Mina was really shining before these moments. Hagakure, all these, Sero, all these people.
What is the reason they need a moment now? Maybe you should have given them those moments before.
Tail dude uses tail wag. It was not effective at all.
It was super effective because he stopped him for a second.
With a tail.
But you can give them their moments, but it's still the question of they should be eviscerated within seconds. It makes no sense. It is all, like you said, just for them to get a moment. So they're going up against the strongest guy of all time, and they're not getting instantly one-shot.
Yeah, it's
for
not a bunch
them to have that moment.
It's not a bunch of all-for-one juniors who have like a 20th of his power.
It's not him going, I'm still getting used to this body. He goes, well, I see now. I can evolve too. Spike arms.
These side characters are very important to the story and have been important since the beginning.
This is just factually incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
When was Sero important to the story?
When was Mineta important to the story? When was Ida important to the story? Stain.
Yeah.
That was it.
And he's probably one of the trio. 2 guys and a girl.
Why Sero, out of all people, was the one to save Deku from All for One.
It's dumb.
It's the dumbest.
Look at this. Just understand that he is fighting Satan, and he wrapped him up with cellophane tape.
When Satan was just like, it is time to kill you, my greatest threat. And then he stops his attack because tape is around him. This is the inevitable outcome. And he holds up his hand for a blast. And he gets stopped.
And literally turns his head to look at the person that stopped him. All for one.
It doesn't look dumb. It is dumb.
For 419. Because once again, Horikoshi needs to give all these side characters some sort of spotlight.
This is a meta reason.
Even, let's go with the meta reason. This is chapter 400 plus. What was he doing in those other chapters? Why didn't he get any shine in those other chapters?
This is going up. He should not be able to do
He should not be here.
It's dumb that he's able to be alive after interacting with All for One. I don't care about the reason why he's here. It's the fact that he is here now and he's not dead instantly. It's for him to do an attack with the guy we've seen.
How depressing would it be if you were the ultimate evil, and the guy who stopped your attack is just Stemfucker with the Staples shopping bag still on his arm?
And Spray Bottle Man rocks up and like, my time is now.
I'm blinded because of your spray.
Yeah, spray. It's lame. You can't sit there and just hooray.
You can't sit there and just hooray.
Kaido was about to do a Thunder Bagua and then Usopp grabs his arm. You go, what the f is this? I love Usopp, but no though.
He is not capable of that.
But no. I'm sorry.
And in order to do so, he had to momentarily write Deku out of the story by making Deku lose his arms.
No, he didn't. He could have just been so exhausted.
He could have been stuck in the dream world or anything. Stuck in his own dream world and he has a conversation with someone. The vestige of All Might, which we never saw, which should be there. And then All Might could have delivered that speech of, I've always thought you were the greatest hero, directly to him. So Ezekiel Midoriya, rise!
Or like I said, he should have just been so exhausted in the things that Eraserhead brought with food and drink and things that would heal him.
Food pills that would regain your stamina.
Yeah, some sort of a sensu bean, if you were.
Yeah.
Making it a process.
Couldn't find a tape emoji, but close enough.
Silverheart Soul says, Pigman, I'm making up
Divine
for my
Instinct
sins by stopping
Goku,
you. All
Ultra
for one.
Essence Goku,
Yes!
True Divine Essence Goku.
Thank you for super chat, son, God Nika. Eno throws paper at Midoriya's face. Midoriya. Madara. Oh no.
My one weakness. Like, come on. Get some of this dog.
You have stopped me, Ino.
Oh, Kagura, the inventor of chakra, the one who's trying to get some of this. How about a bug in your eye?
I'm throwing a kunai.
Konohamaru comes up with a base Rasengan like, I'm gonna be the hero.
Make way. I've got this one.
Hey, remember me? It's Ibisu.
I don't remember what I can do, but I'm gonna do it.
Iruka time. Get out of here,
Ramen in your eye. It's spicy.
Get out of here.
To get them back. I highly doubt Deku is coming back in the next chapter.
Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops.
You fool.
Zero versus Awful One is essentially 10-10 versus Madara. And she's doing something with her spike ball. He's just, ow! Me and my precognition could not sense that because you're so weak. Which was the excuse here?
I just want to see. He did not.
Who did not? Who did not what?
He did not make a...
Oh, a follow-up? No, of course not. No. No.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's over. I defeated Black Freeze. Thank you for the super chat.
Standing over Goku and Vegeta, who can stop me now? And you just hear Wolfang fist.
And then just a fist through his chest.
Oh.
I guess this is how it works now.
Okay.
But
Neo Tri-Beam, huh?
The downfall of Black Clover.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I guess that's what he counts as bad. Oh, dude. This is...
I even doubt that Deku is coming back in the next 3 chapters.
Oh, whoops.
Does he say I was wrong?
Nami the goat says, now if that was gentle criminal I would have clapped.
Obvious bias is the reason with that, because I would have clapped.
But it says Quirk is weird enough where I could see it. Just tape.
Imagine Dance Guy from Fairy Tail versus Fairy Heart Zero. Go time!
Because we know that in mangas and in animes, a few minutes is a lot longer than what feels like a few minutes. A few minutes can take up multiple chapters, and I believe that's what's happening right now.
Whoops. A daisy. Crazy.
Whoops.
So while Deku is in the process of recovering, all the other side characters that we haven't seen in a bit are going to be trying to hold off All For One until Deku arrives.
Nope. Opened a legitimate path for the man.
Also, I would just like to address the fact that all the people that are complaining about Deku getting his arms back or how predictable My Hero Academia is are the same people who are being led to believe that every story now needs to end tragically. With very popular
And again, you are putting everybody who complains into this bubble.
And this is the person that has this complaint.
This is the reason why y'all salty. Because all of you people that think this way. You guys all think this is how things should be. It's crazy to not just go, everybody has their own opinions about how things should or should not go. No, all of y'all think that things should end in tragedy, don't you? That's why you're salty. Okay, that
like
is.
Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen not following the traditional shonen route and taking a more
Hey, but what about all those other shonen that have ended not tragically that people love, like a Dr. Stone or something?
Like a Bleach. Like a Naruto.
Huh. It's almost like people have different expectations and are good with multiple outcomes and aren't just looking for tragedy.
Hey, wasn't the end of Attack on Titan super divisive?
Oh yeah, I think a lot of people hated the way that turned out.
Hey, aren't people turning on Jujutsu Kaisen because it's just a death fest?
They are turning hard, and yet there are still people giving it that gawk.
Obviously. But don't bring up Attack on Titan like it was universally loved. The first night that it came out, the manga chapter, Reddit was on fire. It was within minutes that came out, and the Reddit chapter and the Reddit
thread.
The Reddit thread had like 1,400 comments.
Ooh.
It was insane.
Tragic and dramatic approach to the series, many people now believe that every other series needs to take the same tragic approach.
No,
So,
who?
You named 2 series,
One of
even
which is not even done.
within basically a decade. And there have been dozens, if not hundreds, of other manga that aren't that.
One of them ended like 3 years ago.
With multiple characters.
I thought it was a fake leak.
This mother becomes a bird?
Dying or the main character dying. That is
Yes,
not what
it is to be expected outside of your expectations based upon other shonen, that when you are going against what is stated to be the strongest guy in history who has multiple quirks,
Who retired All Might
and he is on a war path, it is
against
expected
this one guy.
that people will die. Not based on other shonen, but based on storytelling. Based upon what this story has built up. Do not build him up as Satan, as the
Adrian
world's
Lesko
biggest
says,
problem.
I hate this argument. What other shonen root? Almost all of them make the same mistakes. And yes, AOT's ending was terrible.
Oh, I can't wait to get back to that.
I've been reading it. I've started reading it.
Traditional shonen is.
Why isn't All Might dead yet? Because he is going to be ending with a big speech. This chapter is very how we all became the greatest hero.
Yes.
Because
I became the greatest hero, but they were the greatest hero too, and I say that because we were all the greatest hero.
Froppy does something, and her family's like, look at that. And Tentacle does something, and the little girl that she saves, hey, you can do it. Shut up. Don't you do names at me.
Hero follows the traditional shonen format to an absolute T. If this was Bleach, if this was Dragon Ball, if this was Naruto, if this was One Piece, nobody would be complaining. And in fact, all those series that I've just mentioned have done similar things to what is happening to Deku in the current My Hero manga.
Ooh, please mention those things.
Yeah, let's hear it.
In fact, the other series that I've just mentioned have done it to a much larger degree than...
Oh, please mention those things.
Yeah, mention them and mention how the community took it. Let's hear it.
My Hero Academia has done. Naruto has died in his series and has come back. Ichigo has died.
People were complaining about that. Yeah,
complained about it. Yep.
Died in his series and has come back. Luffy has died in his series and has come back.
Yes, people are complaining about that.
Yes,
I am complaining about that.
Yet, not one of these series is going to receive a shred of criticism for
crazy.
Right here.
I've criticized all of those. We have a podcast episode that you can go
100% unrelated, but apparently Drake is leavening the country after the beef. Shit is crazy.
That's an article from 2013 that he sold his house, and it's an old article to be the most fair. All I know is that boy got cooked, and now he's facing the Riddler.
But yes, people do complain about these things.
Yes, largely.
Mm-hmm.
Big content creators complain about these things.
that because people say, oh, well, it was established plot.
And this whataboutism, I don't give a about that. Mm-hmm. Oh, you guys wouldn't be complaining. No, but they are complaining, so address what their complaints are. Are you a part of those communities to see the complaints of these people? Because I've barely seen any complaints about the My Hero stuff. So, but you've seen enough of it that where you felt you needed to make a video based on it.
Mm-hmm. And I looked for chapter 419 and 420. I haven't really seen any negative things outside of the Weeb Commander.
Points that was able to bring these characters back. It was
Trigger complains about
that
everything.
They will come back. Meanwhile, Deku loses his arms and manages to get them healed once again through an established plot point, just like how all these other series have done it.
It is not, you're looking at it purely
Dragon
as
Instinct Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku.
Corey, meet me on 7 Mile for this fade timing me out. Like you were super chatting on me to go.
But you're looking at it purely utilitarian as this thing happened in this thing happened in this, and it's similar to this thing happening in My Hero. No talking about how the implementation was done, no talking about what it led to, just simply somebody died and came back. What up, though?
And everyone will lose their minds over it because it is frankly a trend to hate on My Hero Academia.
Hey, why do you think that's a trend right now? Why wasn't it a trend 3 years ago? Why wasn't it a trend 2 years ago? What happened within that space of time to where all of a sudden a lot of people are going, yo, maybe that My Hero ain't this
Soul says, the greatest hero were the friends you made along the way.
Legitimately. I'm sneezing from all this straw he's using. Thank you for the super chat.
Pointing at
Nika.
Burning them up.
Sun God Nika.
What's popular, so people are going to hop on this bandwagon of hate. If you were expecting My Hero Academia to turn dark,
so it's a bandwagon of hate. So it must have started with something.
Yes. What was the catalyst?
There had to be an initial thing for people to jump onto.
Captain Canteen, we need you.
all of a sudden, and have all the characters be written out of the story. I'm sorry, but you set yourself up for disappointment.
Nobody's saying that they were expecting people to be written out of the story.
All the characters.
I don't want Kaminari on the battlefield when he's already brain fried. I don't think that it's outside of the realm of possibility to be like, yo, this is trash.
Academia has never been that type of series. And
it was that type of series at one point.
And frankly, people are getting mad at My Hero Academia for following the themes that it has been following since the very start of the series. My Hero Academia may simply just not be your cup of tea.
Hey, what's the themes you're talking about?
My Hero Academia may not be your cup of tea. On chapter 419.
If you don't like series that have happy endings, or if you don't like series...
I am a Superman fan.
I love slice of life.
This is trash.
I don't care about happy or sad ending. It's all matters about how we got here.
That focus a lot on the side characters and actually value the side characters rather than...
You cannot sit there and tell me that they value their side characters.
You can't.
Do not.
To believe.
If they valued their side characters, and Tape Guy wouldn't be... It wasn't Tape Guy. I think it was Animal Guy. He was like 99 in the popularity poll. Because he don't do nothing. Because he's nobody.
Writing off all of them. There is nothing wrong with Deku getting his arms healed. Especially considering that Deku is probably going to be out of commission for more than one chapter, allowing the side characters to shine. There is also nothing wrong with the series having a happy ending, and there is nothing wrong with Eri being the one to heal Deku, considering the fact that Eri's importance was already heavily set up in the beginning.
It's crazy to go, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
He can't think of a single thing wrong with it.
And even after engaging with all those arguments, which I don't even know if he engaged with the arguments or just saw the arguments and didn't really absorb them. Oh, there's all these people with all these negative opinions about My Hero Academia talking negatively about this chapter. I'm going to make a video. But if you were to engage with the arguments, how do you not see? No, he had to have, because he did say, I can see people, the point, some of the point of the... So he had to have engaged with the arguments of what people are saying about Eri, and then just going, I can't think of a single issue here.
There's nothing wrong with it. How about having a logical ending that is earned? Do we have to do the voice?
beginning of the series. My Hero Academia has simply just taken the traditional shonen route, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. People are just led to believe that every series now
The almighty Jew
needs
Hansen says, he only looks at the surface level arguments and not the substance and how we got here.
It's absolutely crazy.
to end tragically, and that is not true whatsoever. My Hero Academia has always been one of those series that you are supposed to read and have a smile on your face while reading. You are
Oh yeah, through Dark Deku, I was smiling, cheesing. When the Hero Society was broken and all those people were like, I don't care if Deku gets killed, throw him out. I had a big old grin on my face, cheesing.
When Shiggy
Tell me you're cheesing, fam.
I'm smiling.
Yeah, Shiggy's tragic past, all the pig racism. I was smiling my balls off.
supposed to be inspired by this series, and it perfectly
Man, this is not a good defense.
executes this, because My Hero Academia is quite frankly a very inspiring series, and if you want a series to not be inspiring, then My Hero Academia is simply just not for you. That doesn't make it a bad series. Anyways, with all that
it being a bad series is what makes it a bad series.
being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Says, I was smiling so much as night I die in that bed.
Yep. Big old grin.
Video, and make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what
Aries abuse. I was cheesing.
other videos you guys want to see in the future. I hope you all have a great rest of your day,
All my
and I'll see
suit
you guys on the
going,
next
your
one.
lungs are failing, your arms are broken, you dead.
Knees
homie.
weak, arms heavy. One spaghetti.
What spaghetti? I don't want spaghetti no more. Shut the up, Rash Plays. Just shut up. Oh, make sure to like and subscribe, guys. Yo, that was. And again, it's pure and simple. I'm a fan of this. Y'all talking nah.
Can't
I
be
got a
having that.
fire on my webcam and it's go time. You don't understand the story. You ain't read it. You expected something else. You did this. You are this. Ain't nothing wrong with this. Not engaging whatsoever.
Gavin,
It's
I don't get
everybody
clipped.
else.
I'm not worried about it. That's this guy.
Jay says, can we take a peek at Gokit 23's Bleach video?
No!
We have been here for 3.5 hours.
2.5.
2.5?
Yeah. You're not mad.
Oh, yeah. See, I thought it started at 2:30. My mistake.
Yeah. Because somebody in the Discord said 2:30. Yep.
We got homework.
Yep. And we got shove-offs. Didn't finish the ending, but I rendered the base level of what it's going to be, just so y'all can see it.
Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku.
He must think Berserk is a comedy with that logic. Has to.
Happy ending. Nothing
What?
tragic. Shonen. Hooray. So I had to take y'all hero Chris to work. So I didn't get a chance to do the Misfits least to best, but I did everything else.
Sounds like an excuse.
No, that's not.
No, it's really not. Yeah,
It's
you could maybe quickly do it while I do my 10.
Yeah, let me bang this out.
All right, so Aruma ranked. This is my 1 through 10. I guess I'll start at 10. 10. Clara's succubus antics. Legitimately one of the hardest I've ever laughed reading a manga. Her just trying in the succubus course. F***ing hilarious. See you later, so everybody shove off. This is homework. Well, we might do questions. We might do some something. Don't know, don't care.
Don't promise anything.
No might is the key operative word there. Number 9. Clara's nightmare of...
You can't be all Clara, you piece of...
And
This
you know
isn't
why?
fair!
You know why?
Branch out!
I legit changed my 8 because I went, this is 3 Claras in
Branch
a row.
out!
And I can't be doing this.
What are you... What?
Number 9! Clara's nightmare of Aruma asking her for something. So f***ing uncomfortable. And I loved it with all my heart. See you later, Gabo. Number 8. The breaking and reintroduction of the teacher as Aruma's familiar. That was a very subversive comedic joke where it was a bit sad with that he wasn't going to have that familiar and a bit of the anticipation of what's to come, because they do set you up with the whole you don't get the same familiar once you break the contract, and then it's just him again, because that doesn't apply to humans. And I laughed. Number 7, Aruma's first Wicked phase, the one that caused them to get the classroom. I liked it a lot. It's just not as strong as the other ones.
I disagree.
It's stronger than Clara's.
Oh, I thought you meant as his.
Oh no, as the other. Okay. No. That's why this is a 7.
Okay.
Number 6. It is a gentleman's honor to monopolize a woman's time. The only reason this isn't higher is I don't like that character very much. That's the only reason it's down here. The phrase itself is fire.
It's one of the best.
I just can't put it any higher. Number 5, Iruma feeling lonely. The reason this is number 5 is, one, I think it's resolved a little too quickly because Iruma doesn't really feel any ill effects after the fact of it. And 2,
for obvious reasons.
2, Clara's just hit harder. And it's a average in the 5 now. 4, the meeting of the Demon King candidates. So that's Iruma and the other 2. The personalities are just a little too much in that first meeting. Number 3, Iruma trying to redeem the old head of the battler he heads up now. It's just, there's no reason for it. He's a bad guy. Leave him alone. But every now it's just like he can come back and I'm gonna keep the battler going. No, out of here. Number 2, the turn of the female spy is a little too quick for my liking. Where it's just, we're gonna interrogate you. You're back in the classroom. I like this class more than the reason I'm here. It's just a little too quick. Number 1, the push. But specifically, it's too quick of a turn from her interest of Iruma might be a human to I don't care if he's a human. I like him personally. But yeah, the push is disgusting.
I was not able to do my list. Blame Chris.
I will blame Chris. So I'll just fire it off real quick.
I was gonna say we could do it next week.
Oh yeah, we could just do it next week. That works for me. Manga, you hated that you came around to loving
manga, anime, or game.
Oh, I didn't get anime.
I wrote it all down. It's all there.
Manga. Okay, I missed the anime part.
The state of you.
I can't think of an anime anyway. So I have manga and a video game though.
I have 4 things.
Okay. I only have 1 for each, so.
No, I just have a jumble of things.
Okay, go ahead. I'll bring mine up so people can see what I'm talking about, the game I'm talking about.
I talked about it before, but Tales of Graces, because the beginning is very slow and the combat is clunky. So I'm just like, uh-oh, this is trash. And then it became amazing. So, came around to loving it.
There you go.
The next one is Persona 4, because back in the day, it was because of you hyping it up so much.
Yeah.
And I went in determined to not like it.
He and it's always make fun of the name of it.
Yeah, and it's got a very slow start as well. So I'm just like, oh, is this a bunch of talking and all that? I was like, oh no. This dish.
It's the y'all.
Black Clover. Black Clover in the beginning to me, because of all those people going, it's trash, it's trash.
And I was thinking of the exact same thing, but I was like, I never hated it. I just thought I might not like it because of all the people that said it. And that's the only reason I didn't put it.
And it wasn't a hate, but I was just like, all right, let's see what this is. I went in going, oh, I want some trash. This was after I finished Fairy Tail. Yeah. Like, I want some trash. And I watched it, I'm like, this is fine. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, this is good now. So that's as close as I could get with that.
Yeah.
And the last one was My Little Pony. It took me like 13, 14, 15 episodes before I was just like, oh no, I got it.
Yeah, he watched it once when he was sick, and it was just like, I'm up, I'm gonna watch it.
Mm-hmm.
The manga I hated that I came around to loving, Goblin Slayer. I heard so much terrible things, and in the beginning, it is very much those things that people say, but as the series progresses, it becomes a very, I'm not gonna say fun manga, but a very enjoyable manga.
The push was in a Miri.
Oh yeah, Miri.
Yeah.
If I say the push, you should know.
I understand. It's a concept that we.
Chris is blamed. Let's get that out of here.
But it's the push for them getting together, and it's just the manga smushing their faces together, going, "It's y'all."
When it should be Clara.
Should be Clara.
Anybody that's not saying that is just incorrect and an idiot.
You're wrong. I'm not gonna say an idiot.
An idiot.
I'm not gonna rash play y'all, but
I like this. Durful. I was quoting Dennis from My Hero. I'm not My Hero. Always Sunny. So the game I hated, but I came to love is this game called Blast Chamber. My friend gave me this game for free. He was just like, "Do you want this game?" Because I hate it. So I played it. And me and DA and our dad used to play this game. And at first,
I remember that.
Yeah, at first I just didn't give a about it. But eventually, this became one of our main games. I love Blast Chamber. All it is you're trying to turn it. So it's your thing, so you can hit it, get points. It's so much fun. Get 4 people. My God, it's a great game. Next on the list. Top 5 VAs.
Top 5 VAs.
We going 5 or we going 1?
It's in no particular order.
My number 1 is
obviously.
Ian. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the rest is in no order, so we can go back and forth.
Yeah, this isn't necessarily these are the best, or it's just they normally have a role where I'm just like absolutely perfect.
It's either they have a role I love, or they have so much versatility that I can't not put them on the list. And that's what it was for Brina. And love her as in my eye, and then and Brina's amazing. So Brina's the next person.
Lucy Christian. First thing I saw her in was I think it was School Rumble, which I was just like perfect and fantastic, and I loved her and everything.
Number 3, again, it's just the third one. Stephanie Young.
I have Brandon Potter, who again, School Rumble. He was Harima.
There you go.
He is perfect in that role.
Stephanie Young, I Want to Live Alone. Should put her on anybody's top 5.
I was at a con one time, and it was with J. Michael Tatum, and he goes, "The best."
Guess who my number 4 is?
He goes, "The best compliment that I've ever received is someone said I'm the male Stephanie Young." I was like,
"Hey, J. Michael Tatum is perfect as Enelu. And I'm God is a line that sticks in my head. It's just the arrogance and nonchalantness of I'm God propelled him to the stratosphere for me.
Chris Ayers, his Frieza.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely disgusting. Exactly what it needed to be.
The hoity-toityness of it, yeah. Todd Hypercolor.
That's a good one. Jason Douglas. Beerus is probably my favorite performance in anything that I've heard.
Okay.
It's amazing. And then I have my asterisk, Brina and Young.
Yeah.
Because Brina.
Spider-Man film rankings. These are in order. So
Yuri's a strong choice.
Yeah,
he's very, very good.
I really wanted to put the Spectacular Spider-Man voice actor, Josh Keaton. But it's just like you killed that role, but that's basically all I got for you.
This was anime.
Yeah. It wasn't even anime, it just said VAs to me.
What?
Yeah. Oh no, anime English.
The state of you.
I'm just glossing over things.
Yeah, Sabbath has his voice and he does his voice very well.
And it's crazy. Go ahead. Sorry.
He's very good in it. The line that sticks with me is his old his no when Bakugo was taken that was a very good no screen.
That was basically me with Justin Cook for Yusuke Urameshi, where I was just like, this role was so killed by him.
Yeah.
Like, I want to put him on top 5 just for this one performance.
5 is hard.
And I just couldn't.
5 is hard. Because I've got walls of autographs.
Yep, Spider-Man.
JYB is another. Yeah.
Spider-Man film rankings, back and forth. Number 1, Into the Spider-Verse.
I have number 1, Spider-Man 2.
Number 2, Spider-Man 2.
I have Into the Spider-Verse.
There you go. Number 3, Spidey 1.
I have Homecoming.
Number 4, Across the Spider-Verse.
I have Across.
Number 5, Homecoming.
I have No Way.
Number 6, No Way.
I have Spider-Man.
Number 7, Far From Home.
I have Homecoming.
Number 8, Spider-Man 3.
3.
Number 9, Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Amazing 1.
Number 10, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Amazing 2.
Yeah. And it's not even like I feel like Spider-Man 3 is as bad as Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. It's just where it is.
It's gotta go somewhere.
Yeah.
It's just not as good as the other ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie.
Very,
but it is helped by the animation and a lot of the comedy. But Spider-Man 2, I feel like, is the perfect Spider-Man movie.
The Miles is gonna be in a
con, yeah.
And
yeah, of course you are. Of course you are. See, I love Johnny, but it's just too much of the same voice. And it becomes a little like I did love his dual role in it wasn't really a dual role, but he played the roles of both the protagonist is Grunts and Cop Man. I forget his name. Adachi.
23 is Dragon Ball. 21 is My Hero. Who do you think 22 is going to be? Bleach is a possibility.
For obvious
Naruto,
reasons.
For obvious reasons.
That should
Naruto,
be.
I could see. Daigo Knight is basically that.
22 is out there. We just gotta find them.
Jeremy
Lee, yep.
Jeremy Lee was very close for me.
I love her as Lucy. I didn't even know she was Manon.
She's Manon? I love Manon. That's my main. Least favorite One Piece characters.
Hard, difficult. Outside of 2 of them,
impossibly easy.
I wanted to go for I don't like them. I don't like seeing them. Not like
and that's what it was. I do not care to see them ever again.
Like big St. Charlos, the dude that was just like, how bam, take that Hachi. It's like, yeah, he got what it was coming to him, but I don't dislike him in the way that I'm supposed to. This is I don't want to see you on my screen.
It's either I don't care for you or I don't like you. That's my 2.
I have 2, and then the other 3 are just one jumble of whatever.
Yep. Number 1, Jinbei.
Number 1, Jinbei.
Number 2, Ace.
Number 2, Squad, because that whole thing they made it so much as this is a big thing. This is a known character. He's crying like, oh, they promised me this. I betrayed my family. It's like, who literally are you? I do not like
that. Number 3, Miss Valentine.
I have, and these three are all the same issue for me, and it's a Sabo Law. They're all just like the cool guy, and I do not like that archetype. I do not care for any of them.
Law is number 4 for me. Number 5, Don Krieg. Don Krieg is a literal nothing to me. And I never need to see him in One Piece ever again. Like, I would be interested in what Kuro is doing right now. I would be interested in what Axe-Hand Morgan is doing right now. I have no interest in what Don Krieg is doing right now.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's what I loved, Ace. But you know when the hard turn for Ace came for me? That's in, I'm sorry, a worthless person like me. I'm happy a worthless person like me to be loved
I like the whole.
Like, shut the f up.
I liked him messing with Buggy, and there's like, oh, he's Whitebeard's guy. He's falling asleep, and he's eating him, getting him with the bill. That stuff was funny.
When he was goofy.
But it is no reason why he should be Gold Roger's son. It does essentially nothing to the story. It's more of that nature versus nurture. You
Are
are
you looking up a machine bubblegum?
That wasn't me.
Oh, I thought that was you.
No.
Like looking up what it would cost for Phil.
No. Might have been that other dude that got
Yeah.
there. But it was nature versus nurture. You aren't who your blood is, it's who you choose your family to be. That's what it seemed like that was. Because it was just, he's his son. They didn't really need an additional reason to capture him.
Yeah.
So it was just, that was like, and he, like I said, he's just a cool older brother type. And
Is there
just,
any, oh sorry. Go ahead.
there's just not too much else I can.
Is there any big, strong guy, girl you like? Calm, like strong guy, but it's a girl, but we do like him. I feel like a lot of that is like stoic sword swimming, and I very much like stoic sword swimming. But I can't really think of one. I'd have to come back to you on that one. Because a lot of the big, strong, are there any big, strong guy or girls you like?
Yeah, I love Kanji.
Yeah, I love Marissa from Street Fighter. There's a lot of them I do like. Yeah, I love Big Strong.
Adoma in Flame of Recca. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Easy.
But he said something.
No, I'm not. It's not. It's just a cool thing. That
Yes.
was, what did I say?
I'm too cool for the room. He said I didn't hear
Yeah.
the
No, I said my three who are all essentially one issue is Law, Sabo, Ace. So yeah, all three of them.
Right. It's been 3 hours at this point. So.
Yeah.
Let us get the out of here. Yep. You guys get to see the outro. The skeletons of the outro. Just understand that the diamonds are going to be pictures of what's actually being said at the moment. It's just this masking is.
Wouldn't it be better to just hold off then?
I promised them the outro.
You should have delivered.
The only thing missing is the picture. Okay. Quick poll. Type 1 if you want the outro, or 2 if you don't want it.
Well, of course they're gonna say 1.
Then at that point,
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be like, oh, this ain't finished, but here you go.
I mean, even if I were to get it, the joke is the joke. It's literally just the pictures I'm missing. I'm gonna do it.
If that's what this channel means to you, then
you can't do that because now I don't want to do it. Nah, you. You don't get to manipulate me.
You don't get to do.
You don't get to rat plays me where you get to decide what I do. You don't want to play the outro. You got the pictures. All right, shut the f off.
Another unique stando user.
It's my demon time.
Everything I've said until this point is from an objective standpoint.
Tell them they can shove off.